Coinsola. Coinsola is currently raising up a hand. Just look to the top left corner of your screen. You will see Coinsola waving at you. So all the people that typed in one, please leave where you are right now and follow Coinsola. She's going to be waiting for you in front. Okay? I'm just messing with you. There's no seat. There's no dedicated seat. Okay? I'm just playing around. But anyways, it's good to have you guys here. If this is your first time joining us, please, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. We're excited about that, and let's jump straight into the session. So for people that are joining us for the first time, we'd like to introduce ourselves. Okay, every time we have an opportunity to introduce ourselves to the newcomers, people that are seeing us for the first time, we're usually very excited about that. So today's Analytics Business is an education technology platform. Okay, and we've been in existence for the last 5 years. And what we've been doing the last 5 years is literally helping people land tech roles across the world. So people that are looking at transitioning into any space, okay, data analytics, data science, data engineering, and so on and so forth, cybersecurity, business analysis, project management. We have courses across all career paths that would structure it in a way that you're learning, you're gaining experience, and you're getting a job at the end of the day. So in the last 5 years, we've helped well over 3,000 people transition into the tech space. Now, the Analytics business side of things is where we now help businesses literally across the world. Okay, so where we partner with businesses. So you have staff. Every organization has different employees within the organization. So what we do is partner with organizations, and we structure our training in a way that it helps the talent within the organization upskill themselves. Okay, so we have partnered with different businesses across Nigeria, across Ghana, across the UK, across Canada, so on and so forth. So we've helped literally businesses across the world upskill their team members, their team, basically. Okay, and that's what we're doing, and that's what we've been doing for the last 5 years. Okay. So one of the major things that we're pushing this year, or what we've been pushing so far, obviously with the advent of AI has become like the major thing every business is implementing, every single business. All right. So your Windows laptop, you have AI embedded in it. Your WhatsApp, AI is embedded. Your Instagram, AI is embedded. Everything, Excel, Power BI, Google Sheets, Asana, all the tools that you're using today, AI has been embedded in there. All right. So we saw it as, taking leadership in this particular AI evolution, in the sense that how do we help people upskill when it comes to AI? How do we help businesses implement AI? So Analytics Business at the moment is sort of leading in that particular revolution, helping businesses in Nigeria, across Africa, upskill the staff in terms of AI skills, and also help them implement AI solution, AI-driven solution. All right. So my name is Ifemena Ipro. I have over a decade experience working across different roles within the tech space. So I've worked as a data analyst, I've worked as a data scientist, I've worked as a data engineer. I've also worked as a business systems analyst. I've led different teams, within the data ecosystem. Currently, I do more of data and AI contracting across the UK, US, and Canada. I'm currently based in Canada. I lived and worked in the UK, lived and worked in Ireland, and my experience spans quite a number of industries. So from logistics to medical technology to supply chain to health tech to edu tech to fintech and so on and so forth. Basically tech, anything tech, that's where I find myself. All right. But just on the fun side of things, just to upskill, just to uplift people's spirit that might not know, okay? So all the things I've said today about myself a little bit, the little thing I've said about myself, some people will be thinking that, oh, this guy has done quite a number of things, but trust me, the road wasn't smooth, okay? The road wasn't smooth, and I'll tell you why, okay? So I studied economics in university, so that should tell you one of the major reasons why I found it to be difficult, okay? So I studied economics in university, and I studied economics in university, graduated, couldn't get a job, eventually got a job as a consultant, a management consultant in Lagos, okay? So you see, non-technical background, non-technical first job, and while I was working on that job, that was when I decided to take out that time to say, let me see how I can learn and transition into the tech space. Now, it took me 2 years to get my first job in the tech space. It took me 2 solid years to see how I can get my first job in the tech space. And eventually, I was able to get my first job after 2 years of learning for 2 years. So I see people today that want to learn today and tomorrow they want to get a job. All right. But really, that's why we started analytics. Okay. That's why we launched out analytics business to see how we can help people fast track getting their job within the tech space. So now, 5 years doing this particular mentorship, okay, starting analytics, helping people transition. I've seen people transition in a month. I've seen people transition in 2 months. I've seen people transition in 3, 4, 5, 6 months, depending on how, how bad you want it and how fast you want it. People actually get it done. All right. And that's what we're going to discuss today. How can you get started in AI? How can you get it done within a month, 2 months, 3 months, depending on what time frame that you set out for yourself? How can we at Analytics Business help you get started? That's what we're going to be talking about in the next 1 hour. Today's session is going to be about an hour 20 minutes, ridiculously an hour 20 minutes. Okay. So I'll keep it very simple. I'll keep it very short. I'll keep it very precise on what you can learn and how you can monetize what you have learned. Okay. So who's excited, guys? I want to see the excitement. Give me thumbs up if you're excited to be here. If you're excited to be here, give me thumbs up, 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 thumbs up. All right, please ensure you're feeling the attendance, because if you feel the attendance, you get access to the recording of today's session. If you don't feel it, unfortunately, there's no way for us to send it to you. Okay. All right. So please ensure you feel the attendance and get access to the recording. Okay. We're going to be discussing quite a number of things, and you will definitely want to revisit it. Okay. So let's jump straight into it. After today's session, I'm going to promise you certain things. I'm going to promise you something now at the start of the session. I'm going to promise you some things. Okay. I'm going to promise you that after the end of the session, you'll be able to explain AI automation engineering and the opportunities therein. Okay. You personally will be able to explain what AI automation is and where the opportunities are. Okay, you would understand the key skills required to start your AI career or AI agency. Okay, you would understand the key skills that is required for you to start your AI career. So if you're looking to get to the job, working freelance, working full time, we're going to explore that. In the same vein, if you want to start your own AI agency, we're also going to be explaining how you can start your own AI agency, working for businesses across Africa, across Nigeria, and literally across the world. Okay. And last but not the least, how do you position yourself for success? How do you position yourself for success? How and where to apply for jobs when it comes to AI career? We would explore that. Okay. So now let's start. Let's start today's session. Okay. Now, the first thing, everybody's always asking if it meant a question. Everybody's always asking me one question or the other. So now the first question that I get a lot is that, whenever I'm speaking to professionals, I'm speaking to people that are looking at getting started in a career, AI, for example. The thing is, a lot of people get so much information. And you see, it gets to a point whereby people get saturated. People get overly saturated, overly stimulated because of so much information. All right. So the first question is, there is so much buzz about AI. So much, every time you enter Instagram, there's one AI video, there's one thing AI. There's one AI that can help you create videos. There's one AI that can help you create this. There's an AI that can help you to. There's so much tools out there that people don't know what to do next. So, and that's exactly where that's some people's problem. So there's so much information out there, but I can't seem to understand how I can leverage all this information on how to get started. If you're in that situation, give me a 10 in the chat. Let me see. If you're in that situation where you just feel you feel overwhelmed with the amount of information that you have about AI and you really don't know what to do to get started. All right. So I can see just one person. So nobody feels like that. Interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. I can see them coming in now. Okay. Fantastic. So we've all been in that situation before. And that's where I'm going to be starting off today's session. So I'm going to start off from the basics, from the very basics, to make you understand exactly what you need to know. Now, the very basics is, what is the difference between AI workflows, and AI agents? Okay. Now, I want you to master those three things. The first one is AI. AI is artificial intelligence. That's the first thing you need to know. AI is artificial intelligence. The next thing is AI workflows. And the next one is AI agents. AI workflows, and AI agents. But briefly, before I go into explaining what is AI and what is this, what is that, I want to tell you the reason why AI is something that you need to, that it's important for where we are at this point in time in our life. Why AI is very important. I'm going to explain that to you in a few seconds. So let me just get my pen so I can write for you and we can all read and write together. Okay. Why is AI? What is AI, first of all? When you're looking at AI, okay, let me get a yellow pen instead. Okay, so it's easier for you to see what I'm writing. All right. When we're looking at AI, okay, AI basically is basically a computer, okay, in human form, in human, okay, human, a computer that's basically is mimicking human, okay, okay, let's say human focused. Okay, so basically AI is just the way you interact, the way you behave, the way you're behaving, the things that you do. All right, is just taking those things that you do and putting it in the computer, and the computer is able to mimic the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. All right, so take for example, you want to write an essay. Before, people need to write an essay. Okay, you want to write an essay, you want to write you want to reply an email comes into your mailbox, and you don't want to reply in the mailbox. So you as a human would have to read the email. That's the first thing you do. You'll read the email, you'll understand the context of the email, and what do you do as a human? You start to type a reply. Okay, and then you type the reply. Dear, let me use somebody's name. Dear Lemuel, how are you doing today? Thanks a lot for your email. Prior to our last conversation, this is what you said. This is the deliverables that I'm missing. These are the things that I'm missing. You as a human can do that. You can think and type at the same time. So AI is basically that type of human, but it's just that it's not a physical human. It is digital. It is computer. It is a language essentially, and that's what we call LLMs. Okay, large language model. Large language model. Think of LLMs as basically a brain. Okay, okay, a brain. All right. Think of LLMs as brain. So you see, ChatGPT, the likes of ChatGPT, the likes of Gemini, the likes of Claude. I mean, they're chatbots. Okay, they're basically like chatbots. So if you go online to complain to UBA, okay, there's a chatbot where you can chat with an agent. You can chat with an agent. Okay, all right. So basically, LLM basically is large, what we call large. Sorry, large, that's too big, sorry, uh, large language model. So we refer to them as large language model. Sorry, I know some of this big English might throw some people off, but it's very easy. It's called large, okay, because there are quite a number of things that you can do. Large language model, okay. All right. And I will explain this, visually so you understand exactly what we're talking about. So basically, these AI tools that we're talking about today, basically they need a brain. They need a brain for it to work. Okay. Just like every human needs a brain for you to think and you to act. Okay. And you to perform certain actions. All right. So that's exactly why AI too needs a brain. Okay, and that's where the LLMs comes in, large language models. So ChatGPT doesn't just work out of nowhere. There is something that makes it work. There's a brain that makes it work. And that's where you'll see GPT-5, GPT-4, GPT-Ds, GPT 3.5. You'll see Gemini 3. Gemini 3 just launched a couple of days ago. Okay, that's a new model. It's a new brain, more or less like a new upgraded brain. Okay, Claude also uses their own. Okay, they have their own LLM that they're using. DeepSeek is the same thing. Perplexity. These are all what we call AI tools, leveraging LLMs, a brain, basically to help them think, help them perform certain action. That's exactly what AI is. So basically, AI is that tool that allows you to. It's just that it's you getting an extra human. Okay, you getting an extra human to do your stuff. So everybody today uses ChatGPT, Gemini, Gemini, Claude, DeepSeek, or Perplexity. Most of us use this. Now, if this is the only part where you know how to use very well, so if you want to rewrite your email, you want to write a document, you want to edit, you want to adjust an image, you want to do some basic stuff, all right? And the only thing that you know how to use when it comes to AI is these ones that you see on your screen. Then you are still a beginner. You're still an absolute beginner. Okay, so LLMs basically large language model. Your ChatGPT, your Gemini, your Claude, your DeepSeek, your Perplexity. If that's what you're using at the moment, you are still a beginner when it comes to AI. You are just like an everyday user. Okay, that's if there's anything below a beginner, that's where you are at this point in time. Okay, so essentially, what are the next steps? The next steps are AI workflows, and we will spend some time today to talk about AI workflow, okay, and why it's very important in this day and age for you to learn AI workflows. Then we have a third one, which is AI agents. Some people refer it to as agentic AI. Okay, agentic AI. Now, some of these words I'm going to be using today in today's session might come off as, too much for you, but trust me, it's the same thing. AI agent, an agent that is acting as AI. Workflows, I would explain that in a few seconds. Okay, LLMs, large language model. Okay, so now let's drop it. Let's take it one step at a time. So level one are beginners, people that just know how to use ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. Level two people are people that know how to build AI workflows. Most people use this to automate daily schedules, daily tasks. Okay, that's where AI workflows come in. Then the third one are the advanced people. Okay, these are people that know how to build AI agents that you can leverage. You can build your own employees. You can build your own agents to think for themselves, to do things by themselves. Those are the things that we're going to be talking about in today's session. All right. So now let's talk about the first set of people. Okay, let's talk about the level one people. For people that don't even know how to use ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, or any of those, the tools that we have there listed. Now, these people are beginners. Now, if you're using this, if you're in this particular stuff, if you're still in this particular place, you are passive. Okay, it's passive. It's passive in the sense that it's only when you put in input. So if you go on ChatGPT, for example, this is ChatGPT, you would see what are you working on. Then you could just type in what you want to write there. Okay, I want you to edit the text below, make it more professional. Or I want you to generate an image of a cat eating ice cream. You can type in something that you want. There's a prompt. So basically, this is looking for a prompt. It's looking for an input, okay, for it to do its work. So that's why I say it is passive. This is passive in the sense that if you don't go to ChatGPT, ChatGPT will not know what to give you. If you don't put in a prompt, ChatGPT will not know what to write back to you. All right, you can't go to ChatGPT and just press enter. It won't work. ChatGPT needs an input. Gemini needs an input. Claude needs an input. DeepSeek needs an input. You get where I'm coming from. You need to type in something. I want you to help me review the document below and tell me what the key points are. I want you to read the minutes of a meeting and tell me and highlight the key points, okay, to work on. So you see, all those things are what we refer to as an input. Okay, so it's passive. If you don't go to ChatGPT, nothing will happen. If you don't go to Gemini, Gemini will not be thinking by itself and start, preempting what you want or what you need. It's never going to do that. Okay, so it's when you put in something, all right, then it will take it straight to the LLM, the large language model. Then that's the brain that we were talking about earlier. The brain that will now think that, okay, Lemuel, I'm using Lemuel because Lemuel is raising up a hand. Okay, so let me see. I'll use different people's name in today's session. So when you put in something on ChatGPT, okay, it shows you it's thinking. It thinks for a few seconds. It thinks like a human. Okay, it thinks like a human and reads whatever you've written. Okay, quicker, faster than any human available on this planet. Reads faster and significantly more detailed. Reads. Then the LLM, which is the brain of that particular tool you're using, thinks and gives you a response. okay, and gives you a response. And that's what we refer to as an output. So you could say, hello, Claude, can you help me develop, can you create an image of a dragon? Okay. You know, Claude will take in that input, take it to the brain, which is the LLM, and the LLM will now design or come up with an image of a dragon. Okay, you could go to Gemini and say, Gemini, I want you to do a market research on analytics business and compare it with international market, blah 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 blah. Put in your input. That input goes straight to the brain, the LLM. Now the LLM will think and do the research for you, all right, and give you that research at the end as an output, as a text output. It could be a voice to say, "Oh, hello, ChatGPT, how are you doing today? I want you to tell me what the weather is at the moment, okay, in Las Vegas." And it will go do the research, use the brain, which is the LLM, and it's come back to talk to you to say that, "Hello, thank you for asking how I'm doing today. The weather in Las Vegas today is 23 degrees hot, blah 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 blah," and it's go about that. So you see, it's basically passive. All right. And this is why I say it is beginner friendly. Okay. Anybody that knows how to write in any language can go in there, type in what they're looking for, and the tool itself will think and give you an output. So if you don't go there, nothing happens. Okay. So that's basically AI. That's AI. Okay. That's literally AI. If you're learning something, please give me a thumbs up. I want to confirm if you can hear me loud and clear and you can listen to what I'm saying. Fantastic. Now let's move to the next part, which is AI workflows. AI workflow. Now this one is a bit more, it's more interesting. Okay, so this about 2-3 years ago, this was the main thing. Everybody was learning workflows. Now, if you've never learned or heard of workflow before, that's fine. Okay, it's fine. I'm going to explain everything today. All right. So workflow basically is, all right, let's use a simple thing. Now, who has ever worked, who has ever seen how we make bottled water? How bottled water is being made? Bottled water. Okay? How bottled water is being made. If you don't know, that's fine, that's okay. It's okay. All right. So I would explain it very briefly. So basically, creating a bottled water basically goes through a workflow. Okay? Workflow. There's a flow basically that it goes through. So let's just assume the bottle. This is a bottle. Okay, this is the bottle. Okay, I'm just going to be very, very interested. This is a very interesting bottle. Okay, this is a bottle. So the bottle starts at this point. Start at point 1. Okay, then there is like a carrier. There is a carrier. Let's just say this is a lever. Okay, let's say this is a lever. Okay, this is a lever. The lever. Okay, so this stuff is moving. So at stage 1, okay, the bottle is, let's say the bottle is cleaned, okay, in stage 1. Then the bottle moves for a few seconds, moves to stage 2, okay, moves to stage 2, okay, where water is being added into okay, into the bottle. So now there is water in the bottle. It moves to the second stage, all right, where the lid is added. The lid, okay, that's the cover, is added to the bottle. Okay, you close the bottle essentially. Then move to another place where the bottle, you have the label. The label is added. Okay, you have a label that is added to the bottled water. Then they move to the next one where it is put in a carton. Okay, it is added into a carton of all the bottled water. So every time you're creating like a bag, a bottle, you're trying to create a bottled water, it starts at this point. Okay, it starts at this point and it moves, okay, in this manner until it gets into the carton, itself. So that's a workflow. It starts at one point, moves to the next point, moves to the next point, moves to the next point, it moves to the next point, and it ends. So it starts here, okay, there's a start, and there is a end. Okay, so usually there is somebody somewhere that will start it. Okay, there's a trigger, okay, that will start it. There's something that will start. There's a person that would probably, when you switch on the generator or you switch on the switch, the main switch, okay, then you see all the machine will come alive. There'll be a lot of noise, and all that. And then, there's somebody that has to start the process. There's something that has to push that needs to start the process. And that's basically what the workflow, that's when the workflow starts. So the moment that thing starts, bottles just keep getting produced. Water, it moves from starting, moving to water, moving to covering the lid, moving to attaching the label, then eventually it gets into the carton. So that's what we call a workflow. So now, relating that to AI workflow, I'm going to explain that. There's an input, all right? There is an input. Okay, before I even go into writing, before I go into my slide, all right? Before I go into my slide, let me just move back. Let me explain it. Now, I could have what we call an input, okay, which is the likes of what the prompt that you give. So we have the input, and I'm going to call it input. So refer to this as the prompt. When you go to ChatGPT to write something, okay, when you go to ChatGPT to write something, then something will happen. So now, but what makes this interesting is the word workflow. Now, before, LLM was just on its own. So the LLMs that we're talking about, the likes of ChatGPT, the likes of Claude, the likes of Gemini, all right? You can't ask Gemini, what am I doing tomorrow? What's my schedule like tomorrow? There's no way it will know, okay? There's no way it will know what my schedule is like tomorrow. And let's do a quick test so that you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So I think I have Gemini open up somewhere. So I'm just gonna bring up Gemini. All right. Give me a second. So we can test it so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay. So let me bring in Gemini. I'm going to clean the screen so you can see this together. Okay. So I can ask the question now. What am I doing tomorrow? Okay. And put a question mark. Okay. Now you see that Gemini would not, is giving it, you can see this thinking. Okay. This thinking is thinking through everything that we have in there. All right. So you see now, okay, that's the thought process we were talking about. That's the brain. That is the LLM itself. That is thinking, and it's trying to figure out what to write. Just like the way I'm speaking to you, you are listening, all right, and you are trying to ideate what to do next. So you see, first you will need to connect Google Workspace to turn on this application. Now that's exactly. So now, this workflow we're talking about is there's an input. That's the prompt. The prompt I gave Gemini was, what is my schedule? What am I doing tomorrow? That's the prompt. That's the input I've given to Gemini. So the input is what we're going to start off with. Okay? Input. So we have an input. There's my pen. Just moving around. All right. So there's an input. Okay? And that's what we refer to as the prompt. What am I doing today? That's the prompt I gave to the LLM. Okay, Gemini in this situation. All right, I gave it to LLM and it couldn't do anything. It couldn't think. It couldn't do anything. It couldn't go past that. Okay, it doesn't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. All right, it couldn't. If I ask you what's the weather going to be like in a particular location, it probably would be able to do a research, but might not be able to give you exactly the information that you're looking for. All right, so now, this part where we call a workflow is where you can now connect the LLM, okay? You can connect it, okay, to other APIs, or technologies, okay? Let me use the word technologies for people's sake, technology, okay? You can connect it to other technologies to say that, like this, for example, my Google Calendar, okay? Google. I can connect it to my Google Calendar, okay? All right, and I can connect to my Google Calendar. I can ask it, what time am I meeting Lemuel tomorrow? What time am I meeting Abigail tomorrow? What time am I meeting Adenekon tomorrow? And the AI would go into my Google Calendar to look at the schedule for tomorrow and pick out the time I'm meeting with Lemuel, Abigail, Adeleke tomorrow, and it will tell me exactly what is happening. If there are descriptions in those meeting notes, I could also ask the question, can you summarize our meeting for tomorrow? I need to summarize the meeting I have with Lemon, it will summarize the meeting I have with Abigail, and so on and so forth. But the key thing here is there's still this input that I need to put in. And the other thing that makes this interesting is the connectivity. I can connect it to multiple devices, multiple technologies. I can connect it to my Google Calendar. I could connect it to spreadsheets. I could connect it to my email. Okay, so whenever an email comes in, I could easily just write a prompt to say, based on our conversation in this email, type in a professionally tailored response to this email. I need to create it for you. Okay, so that's what the workflow essentially is that ability to connect. Okay, for it to connect to multiple technologies and so on and so forth. That's where the workflow comes in. So you have the input, okay, which is your prompt. What I said. What am I doing tomorrow? The meeting with Lemuel. Can you summarize the description of the email? Okay, you can ask it questions. But now, the next thing that this LLM needs is connectivity. It needs to connect to something for it to help you perform a task. It needs to be connected to something. All right. It could be connected to your email, for example. So whenever you have an email, or you can connect it to your email, and you could write a prompt to say, give me a response, summarize this email. All right, type it an email to this particular client stating this particular thing, and it would be able to do all those things for you. So that's what we call the workflow. You can connect it to your calendar. You can connect it to Google Docs. You can connect it to Weather API, to Weather. You can connect it to Google Sheets. You can connect it to different applications, Zoho. You can connect it to SAP. You can connect it to quite a number of applications that are in there. All right. So that's what we call it the workflow. So once you put in your prompt, it goes to the LLM. The LLM thinks, okay, and looks for any of these connections and provides you with an output. Okay. So that's where the workflow comes in. I don't know. Do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? And if you're enjoying yourself, please drop a 1 in the chat, okay? If you understand what we're saying, give me a 1 in the chat or give me a thumbs up. Either one works for me. And please ensure these are things that you will probably want to revisit again, okay? So ensure that you are filling the attendance and you're getting access to the recording of today's session. Please, you need it so that you can go over and over again. Now, if you can build simple workflows, I would label you intermediate, okay? Intermediate. So you can connect, you can build a workflow where, and let me show you an example of a workflow. Just give me 1 second, okay? I'm gonna go to images. I have one of those things open. I have my Gemini open up, so let me just go to, I like to show things so you know exactly where I'm coming from. So if I go on Google today, all right, and I just open it, I'll say AI workflows. All right, I'm going to show you some images so you can see for yourself what AI workflows look like. All right, so give me a second. I'll just look for okay, let me just look for AI agent workflow. Okay, now this is a typical workflow. Now this has embedded something in there, but just for the sake of what we're doing today. All right, so this is a starting point, and these are connections. This is connected to OpenAI. This is connected to window buffer memory. This is a memory tool. But anyways, I'm going to do like a detailed summary. I'm just looking at a simple image that would explain this perfectly to you. All right. But anyways, when I get a better image, I would explain it to you. I will use that to explain better. All right. So essentially, this is how it works. There's an input. It goes into Claude, or it goes into Gemini, it goes into ChatGPT, DeepSeek, and any of these tools. Then the tool connects to any of these applications, essentially Zoho, SAP, or the likes of any tool, any technology using your organization. It could be CRM, it could be any of the tools that you're using, technologies that you're using. It can be connected and it gives you an output. Okay. Now the last thing that we're going to be talking about. Okay. Now the major thing I want you to know here is does not act autonomously. It doesn't act by itself. It doesn't act by itself. Okay. So you need to still give it an input. There's still that input that you need to tell it what to do. All right. I need to put in what's my schedule like for tomorrow? Can you summarize the meeting notes? Can you summarize and give me key details of the meeting I had 2 weeks ago? It's go into your calendar, go into 2 weeks ago, go into that particular meeting note, and it will give you the summary. Those kind of things. You still need to tell it what to do. So the workflows is not automatic. There is still that human side of things where you need to tell it exactly what to do. But now this is where agentic AI or AI agent comes in play. Okay, this is where AI agent comes in play. Now, we're trying to eliminate the human interaction. So if you see where we're coming from, AI, you use the large language models, AI, when you go to a ChatGPT, you as a human have to write in something. You have to write in a prompt. Now we move from AI to AI workflows. Now AI workflows can connect to multiple technologies. You can connect to your Google email. It can connect to your calendar. It can connect to multiple things. But you still need to ask the question. You still need to prompt the agent, or you still need to prompt the AI to do something for you. But now just imagine if you have a tool that can think by itself. Okay, that's where the AI agent comes in play. Something that can think by itself. That's exactly what AI agent here, the autonomy. Okay, and now AI agent is built on this framework. It's called the REACT framework. REACT framework. So basically, the RE stands for reasoning to reason. All right, and the act basically means to take a step, to perform an action, So REACT framework basically is broken down into reasoning and acting. And remember what I said at the start of today's session. The reason why you have AI, okay, as something that you need to take advantage of, is this is just basically human, okay? This is human, the way you think, okay? But it's basically just a computer that is mimicking the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. All right? It's a computer that behaves like a human, that has a brain, which is the LLM. Okay? So this computer has a brain. Now, humans have brain, okay? Computers, they have what we call LLMs, okay? Large language models, okay? So that's basically what we're talking about. Now, the way you get employed, when they employ you in an office, okay, you get a job today, you'll find time to learn about the organization. Okay, you find time to learn about the organization, what they do, how they respond to emails, how they send out proposals, how they interact with customers. You will learn how they do those things. Now, the key thing here is, can AI do those same things for you? Yes. Okay. Can AI learn how to write the email the way you would prefer to write the email? Yes, it will learn it. Okay. So the whole essence of AI agent is basically you building your own employee. You building your own employee that would be able to act and perform certain actions by themselves, that can reason by themselves. The reason why you're employed today is because you can reason, you can think. All right. So if an email comes in, you don't need to go and escalate it to your boss to tell your boss, come and write this email for me. No, they hired you so that you can think by yourself. When an email comes in, you can respond to the email. You can look at the email thread, even if you're a new employee. If you're a new employee and they have like 20 emails in that particular thread, you can read from email 1 all the way to email 20 to understand what they've been discussing prior to you coming into the organization. You can reason. All right. And once you see that email thread and you've read everything top to bottom, you can act. Okay. You can act to say that, okay, do I escalate this issue or do I respond? Okay. As an employee, you personally can decide, you can reason, you can read the email and understand what has happened so far, and you can understand what to do next. Do I escalate this to my superior, or do I write a response to the email? All right, that's where the REACT framework comes in. You can reason and you can act. Remember, the whole essence of AI is building human, like the way you perform, basically in computer, mimicking the human behavior in that computer frame itself. So that's where the React framework comes in, and that's where AI agent is stealing the show. And this is why a lot of people are scared that AI is going to take their job. Now, you see, recently, I was speaking to somebody, an organization here in Canada, and currently they don't hire what they call the customer service anymore. All right, they closed down the customer service, and this same thing happened in an organization in Nigeria, an education technology company in Nigeria. They literally closed an arm of their customer service unit. Okay, now that particular unit is now handled by AI. So AI basically can make calls and follow up with clients. Hello, how are you doing today? Thank you. And they sound so human. All right, because I've worked with this kind of tools. I've seen those tools before. They can make an effort. So essentially, let me just give a very quick demo of what this particular tool is, of what AI agent looks like. So take, for example, let me use this edutech company, this education technology company. It's based in Nigeria. Okay, so for people that are saying that Nigeria is late to the game, trust me, there are quite a number of companies in Nigeria today that are doing well, that are implementing AI on a day-to-day basis. Okay, that are implementing AI on a day-to-day basis. So let me explain how they're using AI agent in this company. All right, and if I say the name, I know most of you will know this company. Okay, so take for example, okay, what they do is they run campaigns online. They run campaigns online, so adverts essentially. Okay, they run ads online on Facebook, on Instagram, and so on and so forth. So when people click on this ad, okay, they need to fill a form. Okay, they fill a form, and when they fill a form, they have your name. Okay, they have your email. Okay, and they have your phone number. Okay, they have your phone number and some other information. Okay, but now what they used to do before was, if you don't take any action, somebody, one human, okay, a customer service person will have to call you. Okay, so they were so big, they got so big that their CS team, that customer service team, were over 200 people, across Nigeria. Okay, so they saw that every time they needed to scale up, they needed to get more people into their platform, into the system and all that. They saw that they needed to hire customer service people on a constant. It was a constant hire. They needed to keep hiring customer service representatives. Okay, so they, with the advent of AI, what did they do? They said, let's see if there's a way they can replace the CS team with AI agents. So AI agent, whenever you fill the form, okay, an agent will call you immediately. Hello, my name is, give you a name. Let's say my name is Sean. My name is Sean. I'm calling from this particular organization. You just fill the form. I wanted to confirm, what are the major, pain points you're facing at the moment? What are the major issues you're facing at the moment? And how can we help you solve it? So basically, this AI agent will call the person that just filled the form and get certain information, okay, about the person. Okay, what issues are you facing at the moment? What career path are you in? Blah, 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 blah. And basically get as much information. So you see, these 200 people that were hired initially, okay, were replaced by AI agents. Now, who built this AI agent? Nobody's asking that question. So a lot of people will see that, okay, 200 people lost their job, okay? But people don't know exactly who are the people that replaced these people. Who are the people that replace these people? That's the major question you guys should be asking. So you see, when you say AI is going to steal your job, it doesn't work so vanilla in that way. It doesn't work in that way, so straight to the point where you say that, oh, AI is going to take my job, and that's the case itself. Let me see if people ask question. Okay. So somebody said, but many people lost their job that year. Now, the way people lost their jobs, some people got their jobs. Like some people got jobs, even way better jobs. Now, in the sense that now the people that built those AI agents, guess what? They were human beings. Nobody built an AI agent. AI agent cannot create themselves. People build AI agents. Now, those people got jobs. Okay, those people people got jobs when it comes to that. And there were majorly guys that have customer service experience. Now, take for example, when this particular organization were looking at hiring people that will build AI agents for them, they needed people that had customer service experience. Now, if you've never worked in customer service, how do you want to build an agent that will be able to act as a customer service representative? Okay, so take for example, you're not a data analyst. How do you build a data analyst agent that will be able to analyze your data? It's going to be very difficult for you to do that if you know how to build AI agents and your specialty is your experience has been in customer service. That's exactly where you need to, that's the major area. Now, I'm based in Canada and I see a lot of organizations. I met somebody last week, I'll say last month, and his own job is building AI agent for real estate company. Okay, so basically, when you go online and you're searching for houses, okay, and you're looking to buy a house, and certain information, when you're clicking on it, you create a profile, you create this, you're looking at houses and so on and so forth. The agent is looking at your movement on the website, okay? And immediately, if you don't take action, or even if you take action, there are certain agents that will call you, that will nudge you. Now that's their job. His own job is just to work with real estate company. And the reason why he's working in real estate is because he has experience in real estate. Now, somebody that has no experience in real estate cannot go and start creating solutions for people in real estate. Do you understand? Now, the people that are likely going to build AI agents that are tailored to certain specific industries are people that have experience in those industries. So if your experience is in customer service, that's what you've been doing the last 5 years. Build agents, customer service agents for companies that have those kind of challenges. That's exactly where AI agents is coming in. And that's where we get to the advanced level where you are building these for businesses. You've obscured yourself to the point where you have the skills, you have the experience, and you're leveraging it to help other businesses. Now, guess what? In Nigeria, most businesses are not using AI agents. That's exactly why you need to learn, why you need to upskill yourself, why you need to be above every other person around you. Okay? And that's why we started from the beginner. Now, beginner is you only know how to use ChatGPT very well. I mean, that's relative because we still have what we call prompt engineering. Okay? So what the prompts that you write, there is a way you write it that you get the optimal result out of it. So you move from using only ChatGPT to building workflows. Now you're connecting ChatGPT to your email. You're connecting Gemini to your Google Drive. Okay, you're connecting Google. You're doing all those small connections here and there. Now the last part is you building an agent that can literally think by themselves, that can think and they can reason and they can act by themselves. Now the last one, this is the last example I'm going to use. This one was most recently. Okay, so I met somebody here also based in Canada. Okay, and what does the person do? Let me just give the person has his own AI agency. Okay, AI agency. So he meets with clients almost on a daily basis. Okay, he meets with his client every day. Okay, so what he does is it's very difficult for you to keep track of your meeting, what was discussed the last time, so on and so forth. So what he did was he built an AI agent. Okay, you built an AI agent. Now remember, the whole essence of you building an AI agent is for this particular agent to be able to think by themselves. You're not prompting the agent to say, go and look for something, go and try to get something. No, the agent is thinking by themselves. Autonomy. Okay, so now it built an AI agent that was connected to two things. It's calendar, okay, calendar, and also it was connected to is a Google Drive, okay, Google Drive. Now connected to Google Drive, and also obviously his email was there, okay, email, okay. All right, so email, Google, and calendar, and the Google Drive. Now in this Google Drive, you have what we call meeting notes, okay, meeting notes. Okay, so now if you come to Google, for example, let me share this particular screen where we're having this meeting today. All right, so if I come here, you see on the top right corner, you see transcribing. So this is taking notes already. So all of you, some of you are joining with Notes Taker, AI Notes Taker, Fireflies, that are taking minutes notes. So basically, this Gemini tool is collecting all the notes from the meeting. So that's basically what I refer to as meeting notes. So you see, every single day, what this agent is going to do, okay, is, let's say for tomorrow, okay, let's just assume today is gone already, it's 8 p.m. your time. So let's say this guy is having a meeting tomorrow at 9 a.m., okay, 9 a.m. tomorrow. This agent would see that, oh, there's a meeting with, let's pick somebody's name, okay, Success. Okay, there's a meeting with Success tomorrow at 9 a.m. The agent would go through the email to find previous conversations with this particular client, okay? Previous conversation with this particular client, summarize the conversation, okay? And provide them with, email conversation, okay? Email past conversation, okay? We would also go to the Google Drive to look for this particular name, look for Success, the email attached to Success, look at the meeting notes across the Google Drive, and summarize again past meeting notes, okay? Summary of past meeting notes, and put it in bullet points. What was discussed? What was the conclusion? What were the issues? What was this that did this? And basically prepares the person for that 9 a.m. meeting. Okay. Now, if there's another meeting for 12 p.m., this same agent would look at the name, go to the email, look at previous email. So rather than you doing that manually by yourself, this guy has built an agent, basically what we call an executive assistant. So if you're basically an executive assistant today and you're looking at learning AI agent for executive assistant, these are the kind of things that you will build for busy professionals that find it difficult to do the things that they do on a day-to-day. So everybody has a meeting every single day. You are looking at virtual assistant. Those roles are going to go extinct in a few seconds, not even a few days, in a few seconds, because there are so many AI tools that can take your meeting notes. There are so many AI tools that will summarize the meeting notes. But now the key thing here is, how do you build a business around it? How do you build a career around building AI agents that would mimic human activities? For example, a virtual assistant, okay, that would be able to go to your email, summarize past email conversation, summarize past meeting conversation, look at the calendar, and create a meeting note, okay? Create a meeting note that covers email conversation, summary of last meeting, key issues, identify, and so on and so forth. Now, do you guys find this interesting? Do you find this interesting? Give me a thumbs up if you find this interesting. How do we build this AI agent? Fantastic, beautiful. I love that. That's a very good one. Very, very good question. And let me see if we have enough. We have quite a number of sessions around this. All right. There are quite a number. I'm going to spend some time there. So now the quick question is, Ifemena, how can Tenalytics business help me get started in AI? So that's the last question that most people would ask. I've learned, based on all the conversations you've had today, Ifemena, how can I get started? Now, this is most people today. So much information out there, you don't know where exactly to start. That's exactly what we have. That's what we're doing this session today, to enlighten you. Okay. So what I tell most people is focus on acquiring skills and experience in careers that guarantees you a job. Don't waste your time. Okay. Focus on skills and experience in careers that guarantees you a job. So you're a customer service representative and you're looking at learning something that would give you that kind of push in your career. That's exactly what you need to learn, okay? So what I focused on is the Future of Jobs report. Now, this document is a 290-page document, that talks about the future of work. Now, this was a document I read also that got me into the tech space 10 years ago. This was the same document I read. So Future of Jobs Report 2025, and it was created by the World Economic Forum. Now, if you fill the attendance, you will get access to this report. I will send this report to you, okay, alongside the recording. So please ensure you fill the attendance so that you can get access to the recording, the material, and all the things that we're sharing in today's session. Okay. Now, this report talks about, the future of jobs. And now this 290-page document, when I summarized it, basically it is choosing an in-demand career path. Now, this in-demand career path focuses on data skills and AI skills. So if you're looking at succeeding in the next 5-10 years, you need to be good with your data skills and your AI skills. Very, very important. But now, if I say these two skills, okay, some people want job title. Most people do just want overall skills. People want job. I want to get a job. AI skills. What kind of job can I use my AI skills with? Don't worry, that's what I'll explain to you. So in this same document that I'm going to share with you, if you fill the attendance, you'll see that they created jobs that would grow and jobs that would decline. So you see at the top here, you see jobs, job growth and decline, 2025 to 2030. When you take a look at the ones on the left, okay, these are career paths that will decline. Okay, that will decline. Now it is white, so I can't see very well. Okay, these are the ones on the left, are the ones on the right, rather, are the ones that will decline. So now let's take a look at these ones, okay? So you see secondary school education teachers, not be me right now, this is World Economic Forum, okay? Secondary school education teachers, compliance officers, you see financial and investment advisors. So if you're working in a bank today and your job is basically to advise people on their investment, okay, that's going to go extinct also. So you see arbitrators, mediators, conciliators, relationship managers. There are quite a number of relationship managers in Nigeria. Those ones are going, part of the top 10 career paths are going to be, going extinct. Sales representatives. I talked about customer service, a team eradicating agents, AI agent eradicating sales call and all that, people that are placing calls and all that. You see sales and purchasing agent brokers, you see social workers and counseling professionals. You see quite a normal, you see all of this, all the financial analysts, you see human resources specialists. Now you see all these rules and you'll be wondering like, oh, human resources is going to go extinct. That's no. That's traditional HR, and I'll show you why it is traditional HR in a few seconds. All right. So now taking a look at this career path, okay, let's do focus on the ones that will grow. So the ones that will grow is big data specialists. You see big data specialists, AI and machine learning specialists, data warehousing specialists, data analysts and scientists, data engineers, and you have database and networking professionals. These skills basically falls into the data and AI ecosystem. So you're looking at going into data analytics, data science, AI and data engineering and so on. That's basically AI-led career paths. Now you have HR also, okay? You have HR, organization and development specialist. Now, what makes this very different from the regular traditional HR? Now, this is where you are leveraging AI skills, leveraging data skills in order for you to improve certain human resource potentials within the organization. And that's where the developmental aspect of things comes in play. Now, for business analysts, in terms of this, you have digital transformation specialists and you have process automation specialists. These are core BA skills. These are core BA roles. So anything that has to do with digital transformation, process automation, that's the role of a business analyst. Okay, so if you're looking at business analyst, AI-led business analysis, that's exactly what you need to focus on. Now, you also have data skills. You still have more data skills, business intelligence, you have database architect, you have sales and marketing professionals, you have supply chain and logistics specialists. These are core data and AI-led skills. Okay, and you also have management and organization analysts, you have training and development specialists. These are core HR analytics roles that you need to focus on. All right, so not just human resource specialists, it is human resource analytics that is not going extinct. But in the same vein, you have project managers, okay? And now it's not just regular Agile, Scrum project managers. These are AI-led project managers. Now, there are quite a number of AI project management roles that we're going to explore in today's session. All right, so these are the skills that you need to learn. These are the key career paths that are likely going to continue to grow. So if you're looking at learning AI or you want to get infused in AI, so remember what I said at one point during the meeting today, during our session today, you cannot build AI agents. You can't build solutions if you don't have experience in that field. Okay, so take for example, you've never worked as a data analyst before. Okay, how do you build AI agent as a data analyst? It's going to be difficult. How do you automate business analysis functions if you don't know, if you don't have experience in business analysis? Project managers, how do you manage a project leveraging AI if you've never managed a project before? Okay, HR analyst, how do you leverage AI as an HR analyst if you've never worked as an HR professional before? Those are the key questions you need to ask yourself. Okay, so I mean, you could have desires in this career path, so you can be, you might take interest in data analytics, okay, and you might decide that, okay, do you know what, I want to learn data analytics and I want to learn how to use AI as a data analyst. That's exactly where this comes in. All right, AI automation engineer, the same thing. All right. So you also learn AI automation engineering to automate different business processes literally across board. So which of these careers are you interested in? Just summarize it. Okay. It could be AAE, which is AI automation engineering. It could be DA for data analyst, BA for business analyst, project managers, PM, HA for HR analyst. Let me see. Relationship managers, are they really going extinct? 100%. There's no relationship manager in Canada, for example. All right. I will tell you for free that that's likely going to go extinct. 100%. AIBA, okay. There's DADA. Which one can the customer service person go for? I would say AI automation engineer will be the best one for you for customer service. AI automation and engineering, that will be the best one for you. Okay. Lemuel is BA and DA. You need to choose one though. All right. So AI automation engineer. So now let's explore the key skills you need to have. Okay, we're just going to spend about 5-10 minutes in this, so you can know exactly the skills you need to learn to get started. Now let's take a look at AI automation engineering. Okay, AI automation engineer. So what you need to start off with foundation of AI automation and LLMs. Understand it. So you need to understand what AI automation is and LLMs. Okay. So this is very beginner friendly. So these programs are no coding. You don't need to code in any of these programs that I'm going to explain to you. AI automation engineering, you're not going to write a single line of code. It's no code. Okay. So foundation to AI automation and LLMs, we're going to work on prompt engineering. So you find out that when you go on ChatGPT, for example, to type in your prompt, okay, you find out that sometimes you have to rewrite the prompt several times in order for you to get the best results. That's prompt engineering. You're writing the best prompt that will give you the most and optimal output. That's prompt engineering. And there is a technique for that. There is a technique for you. It's not just you going to ChatGPT and say, can you summarize my document below and give me the bullet points in 5? No, that's basically an everyday user. Okay, the whole lessons of you going through this course is not for you to become an everyday user. It's for you to exceed expectation everywhere you go. So prompt engineering, you're going to learn that. The next thing you're going to learn is building LLM powered application with document search, memory, and RAG pipelines. What this basically means is memory. The key thing here, the key word I want you to pick out of that is memory. It's memory. Okay. Now, and I'll go back to the reason why you are an employee in an organization. Now, you're an employee if you worked in a place for a year or even, let's say, 2 months. The things that you did in month 1, you would likely remember. Okay? So if there's a client you spoke to 2 weeks ago and the client calls you, you can remember the conversation you had with the person. Your ability to remember. Now, can you build an AI agent that would remember conversation? That's the memory. You have a brain, okay, and that brain allows you to remember. Sometimes you forget, okay, but I mean, if somebody continue talking to you, oh, can you remember this day I called you around 4 p.m. You say you were watching football, and while you're watching football, I remember there was a baby crying in the background. So when somebody says all these things together to you, you're kind of like, oh yes, I remember, yes. That's the memory. Now, can you build an AI agent that would have that level of memory? Just to make so whenever conversation starts or whenever meeting starts, the AI agent will remember conversations from previous meetings, different engagements, and it will give you the best, outputs. So basically, you'll be able to build LLM powered applications that will be able to search documents, that will be able to remember, use memory, and also build RAG pipelines. Now we have number 4, which is advanced AI automation, multi-agent systems. So now, when you're building AI agents, you can build as many agents as possible. Now, let me give you a very good example, social media management. Now, social media management is one of the key places where you can start your own AI agency, because everybody wants to become a content creator today, but you find out that a lot of people find it difficult to be consistent. Now, how do you build an AI, multiple AI systems, agent system? And let me give you a very, very beautiful example when it comes to social media. Now, take for example, you could build an AI agent, okay, that would ideate. Ideate in what sense? Now, you can say go on Punch newspaper, go on this 5-10 websites, okay? And whenever something that has to do with telecommunication comes up, anytime something that has to do with telecommunication or internet access or anything that has to do with something that has to do with whatever, it could be telecommunication, it could be banking related, it could be anything that has to do with banking or anything that has to do with telecommunication. I want you to pick up ideas, okay, for content based on the information in these 10 websites. So what that agent will be doing is it is going to be constantly looking for any information that has to do with banking. So if there's a new regulation that comes out, or if there was a bank that did something, or if there was a negative press about this bank, or anything that has to do with a bank in Nigeria, this agent will be scouring, the internet, those 10 websites. So it could be Punch newspaper, it could be Guardian newspaper, it could be Reddit, it could be Twitter, it could be anywhere. So if there's any information about banking that has to do with news, what would happen? That agent will pick it up and come up with an idea for a content. Now that idea for content will be given to another agent. Now that other agent can write the script, okay? Can write out the script that would be used. Now that script can also be given to another agent that will post it on LinkedIn, that will post it on Twitter, that will post it or create a video, okay? There are different agents that can do that for you. Now, once that has been done, another agent can actually post it, okay, on your social media platform. Another agent can respond to people's messages on the platform. So if certain messages are being dropped, okay, the agent can basically building a social media agency, okay, based on AI agents. An agent that will source for topics, an agent that will create the content, an agent that will post it, an agent that will create a video, an agent, there's several types. That's what we call a multi-system agent, a multi-agent system that would work, agents working together, AI agents working together. You will get to build all those kind of things, exciting things. And I'm going to show you some of them today. Don't worry. Okay. Building an AI voice agent with B8B, Retal AI, 11 Labs, and VAPI. VAPI is basically a VP or VAPI or VAPI. It's called Voice API. Basically, the tool that you can use for customer service representative. That's where VAPI comes in. Then you have deploy, monetize, and demo projects. So technologies you're going to cover, you're going to work with N8N, and N8N is the largest, AI agentic workflow platform that you have literally across the world. Okay, so if you go online today and you just search for N8N, 8N, okay, you see it here, N8N workflows, you see it here, automation. Now, click on the first one and you see the flexible AI workflows automation for technical team. And you will learn how to use N8N. N8N is one of the major technologies you're going to be working with. You're also going to learn how to work with Flowise, Chroma, Gemini, Gradio, Zapier. You're going to work with VAPI, Twiley, ChatGPT, and so on. Now, the training program is for 8 weeks, okay? All the programs are going to be for 8 weeks. Sorry, I made a mistake on the slide. Just give me 1 second. All the program is going to be for 8 weeks. So that's 2 months. 2 months. All the program is going to be for 2 months. Okay. I made a slight error with that. It's going to be for 8 weeks. All the program is going to be for 8 weeks. Okay. So 8 weeks. And that's basically what you're going to be working with. Okay. So you're going to cover everything. So the live classes are going to happen on the Saturday and Sunday. So you have live classes every Saturday and every Sunday. Okay, so Saturday classes is between 10 a.m. in the morning to 1 p.m. in the afternoon. So 3 hours on Saturday, another 3 hours on Sunday. Okay, 3 hours on Saturday and another 3 hours on Sunday. So Sunday is 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. West African time. And these are life-led classes where you have an instructor, you have somebody that will be holding your hands and working with you and building all these things together, working on projects, deploying projects, and showing you how you can actually monetize the projects that you're working on. So you see, 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Sunday for 8 weeks. That's exactly what you're going to be working with. Now, in the same vein, you also have the generative AI for data analyst. Okay. For these, you're going to be learning generative AI for data analyst foundation, tool for automation and AI agents. You'll also learn prompt engineering for data analysis. You'll also get to do what? AI automation. You'll get to build AI data analyst employees. You'll get to build your own AI agents that are data analysts that will be able to analyze data, that will be able to do the things that you need to do. All right. You would also build multi-agent system for analytics. So one agent that will do data cleaning, another agent that will do data visualization, another agent that will report to management, another multi-agent system. You will get to build all those kind of things. Cool stuff. All AI tools for every data analyst. You'll get to learn AI for SQL, AI and Microsoft Fabrics and applied AI projects. So now you will learn the traditional AI tools, Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT. You will also get to work with Copilot, N8N, Quadratic, Julius AI, Bricks, Zebra AI, Data GPT, and so on and so forth. All right, so you have your classes again on Saturday and Sunday. 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Sunday. Saturday is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. West African time. Sunday is 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. West African time. So 3 hours on Saturday and Sunday. Then you have AI for HR analysts. So now here is generative AI for HR analyst, tool for automation and AI agent, prompt engineering for HR analyst, AI automations and HR workflows, automating HR data workflows with N8N. All right, so you would also get to build your own HR data, HR analyst, employee AI agents. You would also get to AI for SQL, AI for HR, and so on and so forth. So the class is also every Saturday and every Sunday, morning 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. West African time, Sunday 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. West African time, and we can get everything sorted out. So you're going to learn, majority of the tools that you use for analytics within the HR analytics platform. Now, AI for business analyst. You start from the foundation, AI for business analyst, tools for automation, prompt engineering, AI tool for business analyst, which is different from analytics. Okay, so you'll learn the tools like Asana AI, Jira AI, Julius AI. You get to work with Notion AI, ClickUp AI, and so many other Miro AI, Miro or Perplexity. You get to work with Perplexity also for business analysis and market research and so on and so forth. So AI tools for business analysts, AI for project initiation, stakeholder analysis and strategy, AI-driven project planning and execution, AI for requirement analysis, process mapping and gap analysis, AI for testing, deployment, and performance and measurement. So you're going to be learning all this cool stuff when it comes to AI for business analysis. And the classes also 3 hours on Sunday, 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., and 3 hours on Sunday, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Then you have AI for project managers. So you're going to go with the foundation, the tools for your project management, prompt engineering, and then you delve straight into project management, AI tools for project management, AI-powered project planning and initiation, AI for communication, leadership, stakeholder engagement, and so on and so forth. So you're going to be working with quite a number of tools. You have Vercel AI, you're going to be working with that, Azure DevOps AI, MyMap AI, AI for Confluence, Lucidchart AI, Miro AI, Perplexity also, you get to work with it. Gamma AI, okay, for presentation, you get to work with that. So it's quite extensive when it comes to leveraging AI for project management. Now you have the classes also the same way, 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Sunday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. West African time, Sunday, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. West African time. And you're going to be learning a lot of things when it comes to AI for project management and business analysis. Now, how can Analytics help me get a job or start an AI agency? That's where it comes in here. So quickly, we're going to help you learn, package, and apply so you can get a job. Okay, learn, package, and apply. So you see, there was a study that was taking that was done by AWS. That's Amazon Web Services. And it says by 2028, most organizations will use AI, would have implemented AI by 2028. I'm like, just in 2025. I mean, we're wrapping up 2025 in the next, give or take 30, 40 days, 30, within 30 to 35 days, we should be done with the, okay, no, sorry. Within the next 40 days, actually, okay? Within the next 40, 45 days, we should be done with the year. Now, the key question you need to ask yourself is, what skills do I need to learn, okay, in order for me to stay relevant within the economy, within the job market? So you see, they went further to do like a breakdown of departments. You see, share of employers that expect AI to be important in changing work by department. So you see, information technology will be the number one place. Business operations, sales and marketing will be another major. 85% of the roles in sales and marketing would have AI embedded in there. Finance, legal, human resource, everything is there. Now, share of employers selecting each area as their key productivity improvement. The first thing there is automating tasks. There are so many tasks that you do on a day-to-day that are so monotonous, so manual, that can be automated by AI. So that's what 64% of employers are saying, that they want to automate their task, okay, leveraging AI. Improve workflows and outcomes. That's exactly that's what we've been talking about since morning. Enhance communication, learn new skills, and boost innovation and creativity. So now, what AI/tech skills should I learn? That's the key thing you need to ask yourself. I know some of you selected 2 courses, but I would say select one, focus on one. Okay, then once you go with one, you can always move on to the next one. All right. So, but now we would help you learn, and that's why we have our courses designed in a way that it is beginner friendly. No code. No, you're not going to be coding. You can't say you don't like tech. It's easy, very easy for you to learn. Now, the next part is the employability side of things. We're also going to help you with CV review and revamp. We'll help you review your CV and revamp your CV. We'll also help you up with LinkedIn optimization. We'll help you with interview preparation. We'll also help you with job reference letter and on-the-job support. So I'm going to read that again for employability. The things that you're going to get: CV review and revamp, LinkedIn optimization, interview preparation, job reference letter, on-the-job support, and so on and so forth. Now, in terms of job support, how are we going to help you with job support? We're going to help you with a portfolio of projects. While you're learning, you're also going to be building projects. And I'm going to show you some of the projects you are going to be working on. Now, the next thing is navigating the job market and starting your own AI agency. So you're going to learn the 2 of them. Anyone that works for you, my friend, I would say go ahead with it. Okay, so navigating the job market, I'm going to just spend time on Upwork for a second, okay, so that you can see for yourself the opportunities that exist. So if I go to Upwork today, and I have learned AI engineering, for example, or AI data analyst or AI business analyst, and I go to Upwork and I'm looking for freelance opportunities. Are there going to be freelance opportunities on Upwork for AI engineers? Okay, so I'm going to go to find work, and I'm going to go to find work for your skills, and I'm going to click on that. Okay, now scroll down to where I have artificial intelligence engineer. That's where I'm going to go to. So I'm going to click on that, okay, and I'm going to do that. Now you see it here, debugging and optimizing AI voice agent. You're going to be working with 11 Labs, LangChain, and Pinecone. Now you're going to be learning 11 Labs, learning how to leverage 11 Labs. I'm going to go back to the curriculum so you can see it yourself. All right. So you see, 11 Labs is one of the key skills you're going to be working with. You're also going to be working with VAPI, okay, VAPI, or VAPI, that whatever, and you're going to be working with Retal AI. So most of these tools also can be used alongside with that. Okay, so this is going to be charging a fixed $100 for this. Okay, for $100 for this, and they're looking at fixing just 3 to 5 most critical bugs within this particular stuff itself. So these are $100 basically for this particular project. It's a short-term project, and all that. This was posted 13 hours ago. All right, so you see tech VA for AI solutions and automation. Okay, so that's exactly where you are, virtual assistant. Okay, That's so you see it here. We're seeking a tech VA, virtual assistant, to build and maintain AI-powered solution, including chatbot, AI receptionist, and automations. Basically, a virtual assistant. That's what they're looking at. AI assistant setup, VAPI voice, and like I said, VAPI is the tool that you're going to be working with. A NAM video for video generation and a full rack pipeline. Essentially, this is $120. Now, AI wardrobe outfit recommended development. You have AI voice agent development. This for pizzeria. So basically, this person probably has experience in pizza for companies that work with pizza, and they are currently just developing AI voice agents to pick up order. Oh, hello, you called, you called this particular number. Can I get your order? What's your name? What's your first name? Can you spell this? Can you spell that? What's your house address? Basically, you don't need to hire a voice person. You don't need to hire a human to do that anymore. So AI can do that. So you see, there are quite a number of opportunities: $200, $300 per hour, $180 per hour, and so on and so forth. This is $3,000. AI-driven finance application development. That's a very big one. Full stack AI developer for long-term projects, AI personal finance advisor. So you see quite a number of opportunities exist when it comes here. So there are other tools. Oh, there are other things you can see. There's an Airtable freelancer. Airtable is one of the tools you're going to be working with. You see it here, Airtable. Okay, you're going to be working with. So, I mean, in terms of looking at for even data analysts, for example, you have the data analyst, you see data analytics freelancer is here, you have data visualization specialist is here, you have data analyst is here. The same thing with the guys in project management, business analysts, and so on and so forth. There are quite a number of opportunities when it comes to this. And those are the things we're going to do for you when it comes to job support. So we're going to help you with Upwork optimization, Fiverr optimization, and where do you apply for remote roles? Okay, we're also going to show you places you can apply for remote opportunity. Then starting your own agency, I've broken it into 5 steps that we're going to do. Okay, when you start working with us. All right. Step 1 is learn. You need to pick you need to pick one of the career paths that you want to focus on. So is that AI automation engineering or generative AI for data analyst or generative AI for HR analyst? So you learn those ones. Okay, you learn. First thing you learn and be good at it. The next thing you're going to do is build a portfolio project. Now, this portfolio project is going to help you when you're speaking with clients. Okay, portfolio projects to convince people that you have that experience. Basically, that's where your portfolio comes in. So if somebody asks you, okay, can I see some of the things you've done in the past? That's where your portfolio comes in play. The next thing is you need to niche down. Okay, and this is where your past experience comes in play. And if you don't have any experience, what do you like? What do you enjoy the most? Okay, so if you don't have a job at the moment and what do you love to do? You love football. Fantastic. How do you build agents around the thing that you love? That's exactly you need to focus on. And where can you get the most money? I mean, Nigeria right now, I would say real estate is something that is big. Customer service is very, very big in Nigeria. Banking is very big. So there are quite a number of places you can actually focus on. Pick a niche area that you're very good at. Human resources. You could be human resources. How do you build agents that would help people review people's CV? How do you build agents that would help people do certain things when it comes to human resources, employ, automate, leave requests, so on and so forth. Now, the next thing is service. This is the critical part. After learning, building a portfolio, and niching down to your place, now the goal here is for you to get a client. Now, the first thing is to get a client. If it's free of charge, if it is for a heavily discounted price, get a client, get a company, get an individual, get an influencer, get somebody that will employ you to do something for them. Now, this person, the key goal here is not for you to make money in the first 2-3 clients that you're getting. The goal here is to sell a service to these people and get testimonial. All right. Now, the goal here is for you to build a service. Okay. Now, you understand, how did you get that person? Okay. How were you able to convince that person? And all that. Those are the things that you're going to be working. That's the focus in terms of service. So land your first client. So if it's real estate, you want to focus on get somebody that is selling house around your area, or somebody that has a real estate firm or something, and tell them, okay, I can do this for you for free. Okay, you don't have to pay me anything. I'll do it for you for free. Okay. The reason why you're doing this is basically to provide cushion of support for future clients. So if in the future you go meet the next set of people when you're looking at scaling, which is number 5, So the reason why number 4 is very, very important is the guys in number 5 will want to see that you've done this for an actual company before. Okay, nobody will just give you their system or give you their time and money if they've not seen impact in your in your past experience. That's where service comes in, and that's how that's how everybody works. That's how I got my first client. That's how I've always gotten the first client. First 2 3 clients I usually do it for free. Let me do it for you for free. I'll do this for you for free. Okay, and after that, oh, can you record a video? Can you send me a testimonial? Can I share this with other people to show that now we've worked together? That kind of thing. That's where service is very important. So the moment you have your service and you're serving like 2 3 clients, you can scale from there. Okay, you can easily scale. Use testimonials from those 3 people to get new clients. Oh, this is my clients in real estate. We did this for them. Oh, this is my client in the beauty industry. We did this for them. Oh, this is my client in this. We did this for them. That's exactly where this comes in. So from niching down to getting your first couple of clients to scaling above that, that's how you build your own AI automation agency. All right. So we have helped people literally across the world get jobs. We help people secure jobs in business analyst. Abigail got a job as a business analyst here in Canada. Toyi got a job as a benefit analyst, while she worked as a pharmacist in Nigeria. Okay, she's based in the UK. Bega also based in Poland was able to get a job, as a business data analyst. We have Nathaniel that got a job as a data scientist working in Barcelona. Abdurrashid is based in Nigeria, but works for a company based in the US. So currently leads operations for a company based in the US just by completing our course. Okay. And like I said, learn, package, apply. And that's the structure we're going to focus on. Learn the skills. We're going to help you with packaging, CV review, LinkedIn optimization, Upwork optimization, all right, mentorship session, how to navigate the job market, where to apply for jobs, how to get freelance opportunities, so on and so forth. Would help you with those packaging, and then the next thing for you to apply. All right, so with all the things that we've taught you in packaging, all you need to do is apply those things. All right, and that's exactly what we did for Pavel. So Pavel, that used to be a teacher before, currently works as an healthcare data analyst. Bukola, that used to work, that had no experience in the tech space, currently works as a business analyst and project manager. Okay, and then also used to no experience in data before, but now currently works as a data scientist based in the UK. Same thing with Judith. Okay, had a wealth of experience in HR, moved to Canada, working as a carer, and came into our program and was eventually able to get a job as a business analyst slash project manager. Okay, so the key thing you need to have at the back of your mind is start today, start now. Okay, start now. The key thing is for you to get started as soon as possible. All right. So to wrap it up, this is where we're going to call it today. We have our course starting on the 6th of December. So we have 5 courses that we're selling at the moment. Okay. So it is AI automation engineering, AI data analyst, AI business analyst, AI project manager, and AI HR analyst. So now, the good thing for you waiting to the end of the session is that we have a special discount for everyone. We're currently, like I said, we're celebrating our 5-year anniversary, and we have an early Black Friday discount. Okay, we have a Black Friday discount that we're doing at the moment. So if you're looking at getting started as soon as possible, that's fantastic. Now, the good thing about the discount is you can actually pay now and start in January, or you can take advantage of the discount and start in December. So you can either start on the 6th of December, or you can start on the 10th of January. So whichever one works for you. Some people might not be chanced in December and you want to start in January. That's okay. You can secure a discount today and get started in January or in December. Anyone that works for you. So now we're running a 50% discount for our AI automation course. So if you're looking at going into AI automation engineering, we are doing a 50% discount. So rather than you paying 200,000, you could actually pay 100,000 naira. Okay, 100,000 naira. Now, if you're interested in generative AI for data analysts, generative AI for HR, generative AI for business analyst and project manager, now these courses go for 200,000 naira, but we're doing a 75% discount. We are doing our 5-year anniversary, and we're also doing an early Black Friday discount. So you're getting a double discount at the same time. So instead of you paying 200,000 for this, you're actually paying just 50,000 naira. And now the good thing is you can actually pay in 2 installments. Okay, you can pay in 2 installments. So you don't even have to pay the 100,000 naira today. You can pay 50,000 naira today, okay, and balance the remaining 50,000 1 month into your training program. That's next month, essentially. Okay, so you see, you're starting this month. You're starting with 50,000. You can balance the remaining 50,000 within a month. Okay, and the same thing for the AI business analyst, AI data analyst. I mean, this is the best price you would ever get it. I won't lie to you. Okay, so it's 25,000 naira this month to get selected. Okay, then the remaining 25,000 when the program has started. So you see, it's super flexible, it's super doable, and all you need to do is just get started. I mean, the discount is not for everybody, it's not up for eternity. The discount is only for the first 20 people. Okay, the discount is only for the first 20 people from this session, from this call. So if you're looking at getting started, I mean, the account number is on the screen. I'll teach you to take advantage of it as soon as possible, because I still have a lot of people sending me messages saying, if Imena, so you can see, you can chat up with this number. I mean, if you have any questions or any concern or anything at all, you can chat up with this number. So we get a lot of messages saying that, oh, if Imena, I can't, the money has the amount has changed, and all that. I'm not getting the discount. They say I don't apply for the discount anymore. The reason why that is it's only available for the first 20 people from this session. So if you get 20 people from the session, that's the end. Okay, that's the end. Like, you would have to revert back to 200,000 naira. All right. So the discount is for the first 20 people, and it's because they're doing our 50th anniversary. And in the same vein, we're getting an early bird discount. So you're getting two discounts, early Black Friday discount at the same time. So 50% for AI automation engineering and 75 for data analyst, HR, business, and project management. All right, so that's basically it. So if you're looking at getting started, this is the account number. My colleagues are also going to put it in the chat. Okay, so you'll see the account number in there, and yeah, that's it. So it's Kuda Bank, Analytics Data and Strategy Limited, and you see the account number there. Okay, so once you've made your payment, once you transfer your 50,000 or 25,000, all you need to do next is fill the registration form. Ensure you fill the registration form, because there's no way we'll know who has that. Okay, so fill the registration form, and it's going to look like this. Okay, this is the registration form. Okay, so you see that, click the form, you see the Analytics Business Open Program registration form, December. Okay, so December 6th to February 8th. That's when you're going to be starting December 6th, and it's going to take you to February 8th. So that's 2 months, 8 weeks complete. Okay, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday for all our programs. So once you've made your payments, this is the account number again. All right, this is the account number. Please, once you've made your payment, add your file, take a screenshot of the payment and add it to this particular document. Add it to this. So click on add file and add the document you downloaded. Okay, you screenshotted the account transfer, whatever you've done. All right, get a full name, your full name, your email address, your phone number, your job title. I mean, if you're unemployed, you can put unemployed in there. All right, if you're a teacher, put teacher, the company name, the school you're working with, or whatever, put your job title and your organization in there. What's your preferred trading? So what did you pay for? Did you pay for AI business analyst, AI project, AI data, AI automation engineering? Please select it there. Remember, the discount is for the first 20 people, not for everybody. So what's your skill set, beginner, intermediate, based on the career path you selected? What's your payment plan? So you can pay in full, or you can pay in 2 installments. So you can start in December, or you can start in January, depending on which one ever works for you. So you can secure a discount now, because the discount is not going to be available for next year. Okay, so you can actually pay now and take advantage of it for next year. That's something you could also do. All right, so that's basically the situation, guys. That's the situation. So those are the things that you're going to be working with, and we're going to be helping you do quite a lot of things when it comes to when it comes to AI automation engineering. All right, so I'm going to spend the next few minutes to show you some of the projects that you would get to work on. Okay, I'm going to spend the next few seconds to showcase some of the projects you will get to work on. So I'm just going to share my screen. Okay. Give it a second. I'm going to share the audio so you can listen to it. So this is for the guys in AI automation engineering. So you see, we have the AI customer support, and that's something that I think I want to share with you guys. That's one. This is one of the case study that you're going to be working on. You will get access to anyways. Okay, so give me a second. I'm going to share this tab so I can share the audio. All right, so I'm going to go. This is an AI customer service project that one of our guys worked on. I'm just going to play this briefly so you can see it. So it's an AI customer support assistant. So let's take a look at this project and see what.
Hello and welcome back. We're going to be introducing case study 2, and we're looking at AI customer support assistant with Aquela Retail Group. Now, the goal of this particular project is to help us automate first level customer support for faster, smarter responses without hiring more agents. All right. So let's look at who Aquela Retail is. Now, Aquela Retail is a mid-sized e-commerce brand specializing in eco-friendly home products, from bamboo kitchenwares to sustainable storage solutions. Their customer base grew rapidly after a viral TikTok campaign, but the company's customer support system couldn't keep up. Every day, dozens of inquiries flood into their Gmail inbox, from order tracking and refund requests to product questions. With a small support team of just 3 agents, response time stretches beyond 48 hours. Repetitive questions like, "Where is my product?" or "Do you ship internationally?" consumes most of the team's time. So to eliminate that challenge, Aquela's operation lead identified a key opportunity. All right, so most of these messages don't need human judgment, just fast, accurate response based on existing information. So what are we going to do today? We are going to build a solution for Aquela to help them respond to these messages quicker and faster, while also keeping the team in the loop to help them understand what message has come in and what messages have been responded to. All right, so let's quickly look at the workflow we want to build, and then we dive into the practicals. All right, so this is the workflow we are building for this specific project to help us enable us process support informations that are coming into the Gmail account, analyze it with an AI intelligence, and then send out a response, or at least prepare a response before a human reviews it. All right, so this is what we want to achieve today. Okay, let's.
All right, so you see that's exactly the kind of things you're going to be able to build during the training program. So you see how detailed getting email, extracting the email data, extracting the email content, getting an AI tool that would help you analyze the content, write a response, and so on and so forth. So you see quite a number of very detailed tools. So when you're looking at this, that's just one of the projects you're going to be working on. We also have the service order processing. So take, for example, you're working with the likes of Chowdeck, you're working with the likes of any company that has to do with you're ordering something or anything. It could be an e-commerce, it could be delivery services, whatever the case might be. So for this particular one, it is Holloway and Finch. Okay, Holloway and these are the kind of projects you're going to be working on. Okay, so this one is a fast-growing creative production agency that develops virtual campaigns and top fashion style lifestyles and tech brands. So their major issue here is the management team realized that 70% to 80% of these administrative tasks were repetitive and followed a predictive structure. All right, and most times you see when companies start to grow, it's just imperative for you to be able to create automations like this. All right, so you're going to be working on very creative, very interesting projects, and that's essentially what you're going to be working on. Now, the good thing also is all the sessions are recorded, so even if you miss a session, you will get access to the recording for life. You have lifetime access to all the materials, all the videos you're going to be getting. You have lifetime access, lifetime access. So at any point in time, you are interested in getting started, or you're interested in you want to go back to learn or rewatch something, you have every lifetime access to all the materials, the videos, the classes, and everybody that you're going to be doing. All right. So this is for the HR guys. I'm just going to show you this very quickly. So I'm going to go to recording. I'm going to share you the recording for one of their last sessions. So you see, you'll get to build AI agents, for HR analysts, to analyze data, to visualize data, and so on and so forth. All right. So this is a candidate pipeline analyst. Okay. So you see, this is a capstone project by some of the students in the class. And you see people that never used to do the things before, and the ones that are automating, building reports, reporting, and all that, and doing all the fancy. Another person is presenting this. So you see, you'll get to build very exciting stuff that will get you excited, that will get you, overly excited, I would say. So you see, this let's look for an AI agent. So this is a multi-agent system in HR. So let's take a look at this real quick. So for the guys that want to do HR or project management, so from single AI assistant to HR AI analysts, okay, there's an S there. So transforming HR with intelligent AI employees. So you're going to build all this fun, exciting stuff. Let's take a look at the recording. So you see, for example, you see what they will get to work with. All right. So now, take for example, for this particular project, they're using Anyten. All right, they're using Anyten for this particular project, and they're building a multi-system AI-led HR analyst. Okay, that will do very exciting stuff for you. So you see, it's quite detailed and extensive, covering every aspect that you need to cover. Okay, so if you're interested, please take advantage of the discount. No calls. If you have any questions or any concerns, you can chat up with the WhatsApp number that you have on the screen there. It is 0811-3747-156. You can chat up with that number on WhatsApp. If you have any concern, you've transferred, you can't fill the form, or if you don't know what form to fill, please just ensure you secure a discount as soon as possible. All right. So I'll take some few minutes to take some questions, and then we can call it a day. Let me see. Okay. All right. So let me just share my screen. Let me go back to presenting everything. So let me see if people have any questions, and I can call it a day. All right. So I have Samson Igidi. Do you want to unmute yourself? Samson Igidi. All right, Victor Alex, can you unmute yourself? Henry Asobara. Ashobara. I'm not sure if he's Yoruba, but who can unmute himself? Nobody can unmute himself. Or Nenny, Basi, Henry. Which one of you can unmute yourself? Victor, go ahead. All right.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Basi, how are you?
I'm good, sir. Thank you very much for this session. I think for some weeks now, I've been attending webinars like this by you guys and Analytics, but today is very, very exceptional. Despite the fact that I joined late, but I'm having a cool time, listening to you, seeing your slide and everything you've done. Well, I don't have a question, but I just want to bring a word of comfort from your experiences that you have shared, how you transition into tech and the rest of them. I think I shared same experiences with you, and then I'm just being comforted by some of the things that you shared, and I think your experience is what I am currently passing through, and I believe that by all things that you are presenting tonight, someday I think I will be one of the members of the cohort. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate it.
Amazing, Basi. Thank you so much for those words. Really appreciate it. And thank you. That's why we're doing what we're doing, yeah. So thank you so much for joining our sessions, and looking forward to get started. Looking forward to having you on board anyways. We'll be 100% glad to have you on board. Thank you so much, Basi, for that. All right, can I take somebody else? Who else wants? I have some people raising up their hands, but nobody's speaking. I'm not sure if they can unmute
Yes.
themselves.
Yes.
Oh,
Hello.
Nenny.
Good evening.
Nenny, how are you?
Yes. Good evening. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm so glad to attend this class. This session, rather, it has really brought a lot of illumination to me.
Fantastic.
I'm very happy that I had already booked my slot. Thanks to goodness for the clarity session I had with Mohammed, because I had a class with you guys last week. So I'm really poised for this class. I'm so glad. Thank you so much. Another thing I
Amazing.
want to ask is, yes, thank you so much. Another thing I want to ask is, are we also going to learn how to build websites using AI without coding?
So that's something that
AI
we're currently working. So that's something we are
okay.
currently working on. It is something we could do like a brief. We could do like not a brief. We could do like a session around it to help you. But it's something that we've seen that people are requesting for. So, building websites, deploying websites, and so on and so forth. It's something that we're looking at doing in the new year. But for people that register for this one in December, January, we're likely going to do like a crash course for you on how you could actually, build websites, deploy websites, leveraging AI. You don't need to code, no coding, no nothing. AI will build everything and automate even the website creation and everything. We'll walk around that for something that we could do for you guys.
Okay.
Is that okay? All right.
Okay. Yeah,
All
thank you
right.
so much. Yes, I also have another question.
Yeah,
Are
sure.
we
Go
also
ahead.
going to yeah, thank you. Are we also going to learn how to use Avatar? Like build our
Avatar.
avatar? Yes.
Well, you go
So we
beyond
could
that.
also see really?
You go.
Hello?
I think you go beyond that. Don't worry.
Oh really? Oh really?
Creating avatars
Beautiful.
is just like that's just you getting started. That's still you create. That's a beginner. You're gonna do way more advanced stuff than that. Okay, way
Okay,
more
what
advanced.
maybe okay, beautiful. Okay, let me structure my question very well. Like maybe I may not really have the tech time to use the right tech time to use anyway. Are we going to learn the AI tool that will help us like clone maybe one of our videos so we could, create other multiple videos that could help us make impact? Because my contact with data analytics and ten analytics has really opened my eyes to a whole lot. And I know there is so much one can actually do or impact on this generation using AI. So currently I'm in clinical and mental health counseling because there was something you also said, which they keep hammering, have a niche, have an area, build a career. Don't just leave whatever you're doing, build up on have a skill, have an experience, can actually.
Exactly.
If I could learn how to, build or create other videos. I don't know how you guys do it in the text.
I
I've gone
think
for a
I
seminar. Somebody talked about it. Please just help
um
me. I don't know.
yeah, I do know what you're talking about, and there are quite a number of
Thank you.
things. I mean, the cool thing here is just belong to a community. Now, the cool thing about getting started with analytics, for example, is we would always improve on certain things. All right. So, in
Okay.
terms of content creation, for example, it's not in your curriculum. Okay. It's not going to be in the curriculum, but we could have fireside chats, we could have sessions that would help you with that particular aspect. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yes. So once you're part of us, so if you're having sessions like that for alumni and all that, you would belong to that. Okay. So you don't need to go and start paying again. Okay, to do
Yeah.
anything. So we would
Yeah.
have, sessions, crash courses like that would happen, for the guys that are within the team itself. So those are the kind of benefits that I've not spoken about
I
that you
get.
would not take advantage of. Yeah.
I get it. I get it. I get it. Thank you so much. It's all about being a part of a community that has a curriculum and a structure that can
Structure.
actually
Exactly.
hold you, and
Exactly.
take you to that, walk you through that. Thank you so much. I do appreciate.
No, you're most welcome. Really appreciate that, Nanny. Looking forward to having you on board, Nanny. Thank you so much. Chukudi,
Hello,
how are
sir.
you doing today?
I'm good.
Very well, thank you. Very well.
Okay.
Go ahead with your question, sorry.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's lagging. There's a lag, but yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I'm offshore. So I speak with you now. I'm offshore, so the network here is not very good. But I actually listened to your webinar and I enjoyed it. I've paid for generative AI data analytics. I've already paid. Okay.
Fantastic.
But my challenge, can you hear me? If I'm not
Yes.
Okay, I've already paid for the generative AI for data analytics. My challenge right now is my work schedule because I work 1 month in, 1 month out. Okay, I'll be leaving here on the 29th of December, sort of November, to resume work on the 27th of December. So I'm trying to see how I can balance to meet your class so I don't miss out on anything. Can you please advise?
All right. So very good question. Looking at the schedule, definitely I understand where you are. So 1 month in, 1 month out. So like I said, the sessions are recorded, okay? And the good thing also is you would have access to your facilitator on the WhatsApp group. You would have a WhatsApp community, a WhatsApp group essentially, where you can interact with your classmates and also your facilitator. Okay, the person that would literally help you with the projects, assist you with building your projects and getting all the things started. We're going to do all that things for you. So I mean, if you're going to miss a couple of classes, okay, it means that you can get access to the recording, and you can also have like conversations with your your facilitators in chat, okay, and then you can get everything that you're looking for. I mean, it's the same like classes where people are working on. You will get access to the recording and then you can push on from there. I don't know if that makes sense or if that works for you.
It does, but I'm just thinking because attending classes is better generally, but it's okay. I don't have any choice. I've paid it already. I've paid the money already.
All right. Yeah.
For generative data, but I chose this program because I plan to do data analytics there anytime soon. So I chose this.
Yeah.
So how is it going to help me?
Oh yeah, it's gonna help you. So I mean, if you're looking at going into data analytics, with the generative AI for data analyst, for example, it's an AI that will do the analysis for you. Okay, and one of the cool things about AI doing the stuff for you is it's going to do the thinking. All right, it's going to do the thinking. It's going to do the whole work in terms of analysis, visualization, reporting. Um, Let me show you one of the two. Let me see if I can spend 1 minute just to showcase one of the tools you're going to be working with. The name of the tool is called Bricks. Okay, Bricks. Okay, Bricks AI. Or should I use the Bricks or should I use? Okay, let me use the Bricks. All right, so let's just say, let me log in first of all, because without logging in, you won't be able to do anything. So you see what I'm talking about now. This tool, for example, let's say I want to create a dashboard. I can quickly create a dashboard. I'm going to upload of data sets. Let me just quickly see if I can upload a data set. So let me just go to my folder and I would look for a data set to work with. Okay, so let me say this data set. What's the data set? I'm not sure what data set this is. But let me just use this. This is a data set. So I'm just going to put it in there to see what happens. All right. So once I put it in there, I can put in refine the dashboard, tell the AI what to do and so on. But I'm just going to leave it blank and I'm going to say, create a dashboard. Now, this AI tool will take a look at the data set, okay, and build a report on the data set. Now, I'm not sure what is in these data sets, so I'm not sure what the output is going to look like. So I should have chosen a data set that I know a bit, but I'm just trying to showcase what you're going to work with. Okay, so the AI tool would do all this work, all the analysis, visualization. So you see, take a look at this now. So planning, layout, and blogs, creating blogs, generating insights, generating summary, analyzing data set. So even if you don't know how to code normally, all right, this tool will do all the work for you. Okay, now it's going to do all the work. but you would also, there are things as a data analyst that you will still need to improve on, that you still need to work on. So before this reporting will go on, you need to do some form of what we call data cleaning. All right. So you could create an agent that would help you go through the data, clean the data, and help you ensure that it is of good quality. Then after that, you can go into the next part, do the next thing. So you can create agents that will do all the analysis that you would typically do as a human. I take, for example, once you've cleaned the data, you've done everything, you can connect it to Bricks AI, and it will take that your clean, well tidy data and it will build your report. So you see, just by 3-4 clicks, I had created a report. So you see there are 36 states, average customer is 36, top phone, top product is phones. Okay. So you can see this is broken down in acquirable top 5 states by sales quantity. This is all driven by AI. Okay. So you can see key insight: Lagos vastly leads quantity sold, by 20,000, nearly double of the next state. So you see 20,000 here, then you have 12,000, almost double. That's almost double. Mid-tier state is Abia. So you see Abia is here 10,000, and all that. Product category by sales, by gender. You see it, sales trend, so on and so forth. And it's a very detailed report when it comes to this. So you see, that's exactly what you get from building your own AI agent. So now it's AI that did all this work, okay, in just a few minutes. But can you improve on it? 100%. And what are we going to be teaching you? We're going to be teaching you how you can leverage tools like this alongside other tools, AI tools, that will get you what you're looking for. So it makes your work easier, better, and more efficient. That's what I'd say. Does that make sense, Emmanuel?
It does make sense.
All right. Is that Emmanuel? Chukudi, sorry. That was Chukudi I was speaking to.
Yeah, so when is your class starting?
It's starting on the 6th of December. Is that
okay? On the
6th, on the 6th of December.
Yeah, on the 6th I'll be on time off to return on the 27th. Okay. So I will see how I manage. But who do I talk to if I have issues? Who do I liaise with?
Yeah, so you see the WhatsApp number here? There's a WhatsApp number on the screen. Can you see the screen?
09 something. Let me check.
No, this one here.
Hold on, let me
0811. Yes, you can take a screenshot. Yeah, take a screenshot.
Yeah, just did. Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. So just send a message to that number and discuss whatever you have on that with that number. Is that okay?
Okay, let me send the proof.
You can send an email to these emails here. So just take a screenshot of this WhatsApp number, the email. So once you send the message on the WhatsApp number, send a message on the email. So everybody will respond to you. So it's better for you to get everybody responding to you. All right, so you can get the fastest response. Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Let me just send them the proof of payment now.
All right. Please fill the form, okay, Chukudi. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Do I have somebody else that has a question?
Yes. Good evening.
Oh, blessing. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for taking out the time to explain to us all that needs to be known. I didn't start early. I didn't start in the beginning with everyone, so I joined much later. But to a large extent, I can say I got what you were trying to say. But now my problem is I have a problem picking a niche. I'm an architect by profession, so I don't know a lot about AI tool. I do know a lot about softwares and the others relevant to my profession, but I don't know much about AI besides ChatGPT and the usual.
Yeah.
I'm trying to diversify here. Now, the thing is, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know what I want to do.
Okay. Very good stuff.
So,
Very
in
good
your
question.
professional opinion, what do you think? What would you advise? How do you think I should go about picking a niche?
Okay. All right. Very good stuff. So let's take a look at, you're currently an architect, okay?
Yes, I am.
All right. So what are the major issues that you have currently? Major issues with your job, like that you find the most stressful?
Okay, right now, I think the most stressful thing is not getting enough jobs.
Not getting enough jobs.
Yes, because of course we're in Nigeria, you need a lot of connection to be able to get a proper contract. And then when you get it, you're paying 60% PR and you find out that you're not making anything out of it at the end of the day. So that's
So
basically why I'm
marketing is
trying to
number one,
diversify.
correct?
Yes, yes.
Marketing. Okay. What else would you say is a major issue?
Um,
Everything subjects to that one. When you have more clients, you would likely have more issues, correct?
yes, you're going to have issues with timelines, deliverables, and what.
Yeah, deliverables and all that. Makes sense. So I mean, the major thing here is not enough jobs. All right. So now the key thing is how do we leverage AI to get enough jobs, to get enough contracts, to get enough people to see the kind of things that you do. That's where marketing comes in. So currently, how do you market? I don't. We might have to jump on another call so that we can explore everything at large and see how you
Okay.
can learn something that would help you get started. Okay. So I don't want you to start exposing all the things that you do on a day-to-day, but essentially you can leverage AI, especially for lead generation. All right. Build agents that will call people on your behalf and sell the
Okay.
services better than you. Okay. Imagine you train your AI agents that would, I mean, AI's response to most of the things that we give is better. I mean, if I ask AI to see the analysis I just did in data analytics, if I had to do that myself, it would probably take me a couple of hours, okay, to get me to that level of detail. So you can build AI agents that would generate leads, that will call your leads and sell. Just imagine you are, in the afternoon, you're taking a nap in the afternoon, and you have agents that are calling people and asking, this is what we can do for you. This is how we can sell. This is how we can get started and this and that. So there are quite a number of places in which AI can come in to assist you with the things that you do today. Now, the good thing is if you master that and it works well, it was able to get you enough leads going forward. I mean, you can rinse and repeat whatever you've done in your own business and sell it to other businesses. Okay. And start saying, okay, do you know what? Do I have any other architects that are suffering from no leads on less businesses? Okay, do you know what? Pay a certain retainer, and every month I'll get you 2 clients. Okay. And you're not the one doing the job, it's the AI that is calling people. Do you get it? So, I mean,
Yeah.
there are quite a number of places where AI can come in to help you, customer service, to lead generation, to automating some of the tasks that you do on a daily basis. If you're joining a meeting, a client meeting, for example, how do you build an agent that would come into the meeting, take meeting notes, send deliverables, remind you of certain deliverables? Quite a number of, I mean, if I continue, I'll probably keep talking. Okay, there are quite a number of places where AI can come in to help. But in terms of that lead generation, we can sit down a call and we can talk about how you can leverage that, going forward. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Very much so. Thank you.
All right. So I'll say you should to get started, secure your space as soon as possible so that we can arrange stuff for you. Okay.
Okay. Well, since I don't know the niche I'm going for at this time, how do I know what I'm paying for and the amount I'm paying?
So for you, since you are not, I would say you should go for the AI automation engineering. Okay, that's very broad in the sense that it covers literally different aspects. So you're going to work on quite a number of projects. Okay, ranging from customer service to lead generation to process automation so it means you're going to be doing quite a number of things across different sectors, across different industries, giving you that vast experience, and then you can easily tailor it to your niche. All right. It's just like you're going to learn tailoring. For example, nobody will teach you how to sew every type of design of shirts. Okay.
Yeah.
But because you know how to sew a certain design of shirts, you can take that knowledge and fine tune it to different body size, different shapes, different hand length, different lengths, breadth, and so on and so forth. So that's where the automation engineering course comes in. It's a generalist that teaches you across different aspects. Then you can take that knowledge and niche it down to what you want to use it for. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So that's what I would recommend for you. And in terms of how we can help you, I mean, once you're on, one thing I tell most people is once you're on board, you can easily schedule calls with myself, with any member of the team, and you can see how we can help you get started. Does that make sense? With your agency
Yes.
or with your business or with your career, those are the things that we can do for you. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right. So please take advantage of the discount. Okay.
I
Thank
will.
you so
Thank
much.
you.
Appreciate it. Looking forward to having you on board. Bye for now.
Same here. Same here. Take care. Bye.
Bye for now. Okay, so let me see. Is there any other person that has a question? Any other question? I'm asking that because
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, I have. Good evening.
okay. So we have a lot of people raising up their hand. So let me start with Samson. Samson Egidi. Samson is not unmuting himself. I'm gonna go with Victor next. I'm just doing this in accordance to how people raise their hand. Okay. Victor, no. Okay. Samuel Egidi, no. I've spoken to Basi. Augustus Nwanchuku. Augustus. Let me use. Okay. Augustus Nwanchuku, no. Agbetuyi Moyosori. That's a very familiar
Hi
name.
there.
Agbetuyi
Yes.
Moyosori. How are you? How are
Oh,
you doing today?
Ife, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Yes.
Yes, it's very familiar actually. I was one of the first students in analytics.
Fantastic. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How you doing?
I was one of your students when we were in FITC before analytics. So
Oh, that's
it's
amazing.
been a
That's
long time.
amazing.
Yeah.
When I saw the name, I was like, I know this name. I know this name. It's been a second. How you doing today?
Well, good. It's been a long time. So
Yeah.
when I saw this come up on my Instagram, I was like, I need to get on this because when I did the first course on data analytics back in the day, it was very good for me, foundational, and then I was out of the job, so I was able to get one or two things to get going and all that. But I now went
Yeah.
into sales because I'm still in sales right now. So, but I know that, like you said, sales might begin to wither out as time goes on, right?
Yeah.
So the plan is to transition into tech at some point. So I spoke with a couple of people, and I was told business analysis is probably the best that can help me, harness all what I have gained, data analytics skills, finance, because I have an engineering background too, uh, finance and all that. So like that will help me, is a niche in tech that can help me, harness all that. So when I saw AI with business analysis, I was like, well, let me just get on this before I get left out. Because I know a lot of people who did analytics and went in fully at the time. And trust
Yeah.
me, right now they're better for it. So I don't want this to
Yeah.
pass me by again and I'm lamenting after like 5 years. So I want to lock in full time. So the advice I need right now is that if I'm going to do AI for business analysis, is it something
Yeah.
I can go into fully right from where I am right now?
100%. So majority of the time, most people, I would say, is people. How do you tie your past experience with the role that you're going into? All right. So you have sales experience. How do you leverage your sales experience, the business analysis? That's the key area. That's where the mentorship, the clarity sessions, all the things that we're going to be doing for you navigating the job market, where and how to apply for jobs. Those are the key areas that we're going to be focusing on. So now the key thing here is that's one aspect. Okay, so leveraging your past experience, you can leverage your past experience to get you into the space, the business analysis space, and also there are quite a number of experiences that you could, there are quite a number of things that you could do in order for you to get into the getting a job essentially within the business analysis or any other career path that we have in there. So just so that I don't take too much time, I'm going to just let's just spend some time on remote job sites. So you could see that if you learn this,
Okay.
okay, are there opportunities for you, within the space itself? So I know I've not spent time to talk about business analysis and everyone in detail. So I'll just spend the next probably 5 minutes just to show you conventional and unconventional ways of getting a job. So now, if it's coming to jobs, for example, this is the conventional way for looking for a remote job. Okay, so what most people would do is come here and search for, let's say, business analysts. I usually will go with the US first off. Anytime you're looking at getting remote jobs, I'm always, go ahead to look for the US. All right, so I'll go to the United States. So for this, you'll see that you have 4,000 jobs currently, business analyst jobs in the US that are open. But the major concern here is remote. So I'm going to filter it down to remote. And now I have 600 roles currently available, 600 results, 600 plus. All right. Now,
Wow.
the major filter you need to add again is the past 24 hours. Okay. You need to add the past 24 hours, and now it's down to 86 roles. You only need to apply for 10 every day. You only need to apply for about 10 roles every single day. All right, in order for you to get the kind of role that you're looking for. Now, this has been streamlined to business analyst jobs in the United States that have been put that are remote and have been posted in the last 24 hours. So you want to always apply for the first fresh type of jobs, okay, that would always come in. That's what you want to focus on. Now, a lot of people will get focused on just business analyst roles, but there are other roles like what we call process analyst. Okay, and these are the things you're going to be learning.
Okay.
You're learning using AI to do your process mapping, okay, and so on and so forth. So you have process analyst roles that will come up, and for this one that is remote and came out in the past 24 hours, you have 100 plus results. So you see business process analyst, you have senior business analyst. Most of these roles here will still have business analysts, but the major focus will be on process optimization. Now, the other thing also is you could also look for business systems analyst, business. So most people will focus on just business analyst and they'll call it a day and say there are no jobs. Okay. But there are other titles, job titles that also exist within the job market that will get you what you're looking for. All right. There is business systems analyst, there's business data analyst. So you're going to do a little bit of data analysis also in the same vein. Okay. So you will also be able to apply for some data analyst roles that exist. But now this is the conventional way. This is what most people would do. Now let's try the unconventional way. Okay. So I'm going to come here to search and I'm going to search the keyword first is hiring. Okay. And I'm looking for a remote. So I'll put in keyword hiring. Another keyword, I'll put remote. Okay. Another keyword, I'll use business. Okay. Another keyword, I'll use analyst. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to go to post. And now this would filter it to people that are currently hiring for business, data analyst, anything around that business and analyst roles is going to pop out. Okay. So I would also sort, I can sort this by date in the past 24 hours, and get to see if we have a lot of people. And you see quite a number of people here. So this is Career International Freight Forwarding Worldwide. These people are currently hiring, let's see, program projects and program managers, business analysts and data analysts. So, I mean, you could just send an email, send CV, preferred role, location, work, remote, on-site, and all that to this email. All right, hiring data analyst, customer experience, 12 months, work from home contract, and see. So this is the unconventional way, if you're looking for project management, business analyst roles like that. So you see this one is hiring now, business systems analyst, okay? Remote US, okay? What you'll be doing, 3 years of analytics, software development, life cycle methodology, hands-on experience with GitHub and all that. And you see there's modern AI productivity tools. So this is where your AI business analyst tools will come in play. All right. So take a look at this person now. This person is working in the US. Let's take a look at the company. Company Advanced Soft International is currently a software engineer. All right. So you see, these are the kind of opportunities that and this is just on LinkedIn. So there's another platform we call Built-in. It's not Built-in. So Built-in is also latest tech jobs personalized for you. It's fully remote. So just click on fully remote roles. I'm going to go back to the United States, and that's what I usually tell most people. Focus on the United States. Every other country in the world doesn't have as much opportunities than the United States. So for this, I'm going to search for business analyst also. Okay. I'm going to look for business analyst and I'm fully remote. I'm going to see jobs. Okay. You can add other filters like, date posted. So in the past 24 hours, in the past 3 days, in the past week, I'll say past 24 hours, view results. Okay, so I only want to see things that have been posted in the last 24 hours. So you don't waste your time applying for jobs that might have been gotten already. Okay, so you see in the past, this was posted 50 minutes ago, business analyst, and these are all remote opportunities. This is remote. If I go back to that, you see this is remote, United States, 35 to 55 hours hourly. That's 35 to $55 per hour. Okay, so depending on what you're getting, this particular one is Workday Business Analyst. This is very specific. They're looking for someone that has Workday experience. So that one, this is in office or remote. So that might be a bit. This is Technical Business Analyst. These are all roles that I posted in the last 24 hours. And you can take advantage of them as soon as possible. Do you understand? You only need to apply for like 10, 15 roles in a day. Trust me, you do that consistently for like a week, 2 weeks, you will get lots of interviews. And that's where the interview preparation comes in. We'll help you prepare for the interview. And yeah, I mean, that's where you get it. Does that make sense?
Oh, 100%, 100%. And let's get it going.
Let's get it going. Let's go.
Yeah.
So Moyo, it's good to hear from you again now.
Yeah, same here.
Looking forward to having you on board. All right.
Yeah, definitely. How's Suleiman? Hope it's good.
All right, awesome. Thanks. All right. Let's so it's good to have Moyo here. Looking forward to having him on board. Kadri Blessing. I'm gonna take you in like a minute. Kadri Blessing. Kadri Blessing. Going, gone. Gregory Ubaka. Gregory.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah. Gregory, how you doing today?
Fine. My question number one is since you guys are starting 6 December, and during this festival period, how is it gonna be? And second question is between BA and project management. I'm looking at the two, which should be the best for me because although I've done training on both BA and PMP. Thank you.
All right. So during the festive seasons, there might not be classes. You might not have live classes. Okay. So for Christmas, New Year, those particular days you may not have classes. Okay. You will not have classes. So that would extend the timing. Okay. But it's still going to be 8 weeks. Okay. So just that duration of your live classes, where you'll not be having classes during the festive season, it's still going to be 8 weeks. So you're still going to be finishing sometime in December. Just instead of finishing the first week, February, I mean. Instead of you finishing the first week, you might actually just finish like in the second or third week. So just to ensure that you're getting 8 weeks of your live classes. Now, in terms of BA or PM, honestly, I usually would advise go to the area of your strength. Where's your strength? Where does your strength lie? Where does your experience lie? So your experience, what experience do you have, Gregory?
I worked in the bank for some years, yeah.
Okay. Worked in the bank as what would you say? So based on that, I could use that as a yardstick.
I didn't get that.
What were you doing in the bank?
I work different departments from customer service to IT, so application support a bit. So I worked different departments.
Okay, that's very good. So now, in terms of your future role, where do you want to talk to people? Do you want to lead organizations? Do you want to, what's like the major thing you're looking for in a career that you want to go into?
That's a $1 million question now.
I mean, that would determine. Now, the two roles are very people-led. People-led in the sense that you would have to talk to a lot of people. So as a project manager, you're managing people, you're managing resources, you need to talk to people. As a business analyst, you are always going to be talking to people. Gathering requirements, getting requirements, eliciting and all that involves you talking to people. Okay? Now, if you want a career path where you want to do less talking to people, like constantly always talking, or constantly in meetings, constantly documenting and all that, then project management and business analysis is not the right career for you. But if you enjoy talking, like you said, you're in customer service, so you enjoy talking to people, you enjoy that, identify business problems, identifying issues, coming up with resolutions and all that, then those two career paths are up for you. So the key thing is you focusing on what career path relates the best with you. All right. So the project manager, you are literally just managing a project in the sense that you're the one managing there's a desired output, there's a desired outcome, and your goal is to ensure that all the people that are working together get that particular outcome. So take for example, you're working with analytics business, and we have a new program that we want to deploy. Okay, or we have a website that we want to build. Okay, so the goal at the end of the day is we have a website, or we have a website that does a certain thing. That's the output. So now for the business analyst, you are going to lead the business analyst. You're going to lead the website developer. You're going to lead the front end, the back end. You're going to lead the product designer. You're going to lead it QA tester. You're going to lead the entire team to ensure that all these people working together every day, they are going to get to a point, which is a website that does a certain thing. That's exactly what the project manager does. The business analyst, on the other hand, is more process inclined, in the sense that if you're building a website, what are the key things that we need to solve? What are the key components of the website that should be there? So you want to use a website to ensure people can make payments. Okay, that's one of the functionalities. Okay, so you want a website where people can watch their courses, another functionality. All right, you have a function on the website that can do a certain task. Another, let's say you have three. Now the first one is payment integration. Now, who do you need to talk to? As a business analyst, you need to talk to the person in finance. Okay, you need to talk to people in finance. You need to talk to potential customers to understand how they like to make payment. You also need to talk to finance to understand what payment structure would work best for the organization. So it's the business analyst that will take all those functionalities of the website, carry it on their head, and ensure that they need to speak to the right set of people to gather the right requirements that is going to make sure the website solves or improves certain processes in the company. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense to you, Gregory.
Yeah. So, I got your explanation, but what if I decide to go with the two of them? What is the next thing?
I'll think you should go with one for a start. Honestly, going for the two of them, you can't really take the two of them at the same time because
No, it's not gonna be at the same time. It should be one after the other.
Okay, yeah, sure. You can do that. I mean, you can do that. There's no implication for that. You're just going to have way more experience learning the two things at the same time, learning the two of them. So, I mean, you could apply for business analyst roles. You could also apply for project management roles. So that works for you 100%. 100%. Is that okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, Gregory. Looking forward to having you on board anyways. Take advantage of the discounts and yeah, I think that's going to be it.
So it says,
right.
I think I'm. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Gregory. Have a nice day.
You too.
I'll take the next few questions. We have a lot of people raising up their hand. So we have Odafe Igeri. Did I get that correctly? Odafe.
Hi, Ife. So
yes, Odafe.
Thank you for the presentation. Just a quick note there concerning N8N, yeah?
Yes.
It's I think it's pricey for you to use that platform. I think it's about $50 a month or something.
Yes, we're not going to be paying for it. Okay, we're going to be using the free one.
Is the free version sufficient to
do all the tasks you need to do,
all the parties and all the stuff that we need to do?
100%, 100%.
But it looks as if the free version it has limitations, the number of workflow you can execute with it?
All right. So very good question. Thank you very much. So in terms of, like I said earlier, it's not in number of connectivities. Number one, it's one of the major limitations. The number of things you can connect to, connectivity, number of workflows. But in terms of the complexity of the workflows, you can actually still have very complex workflows on N8N, on the free version. Okay. So now the key thing here is for you to learn as much as you can. Okay. And you can build upon that. Build upon that in the sense that every organization that you are likely going to get to work with, either freelance or not freelance, they're not expecting that you've done those things before. Okay, so it's like you trying to get a job as a data analyst, and they're expecting you to have analyzed all the kind of data that you're going to be working with in the organization. It's impossible. So what we're trying to do here is for you to gain as much experience building different scenarios, building intermediate to advanced, workflows in N8N, okay, leveraging as much as you can using the free tool. Now, if you're getting clients, you get the first client, you get the second client, you can start to upgrade yourself to doing all the stuff itself. But for a start, you don't need to go and pay $50 every single month for you to learn how to use N8N. When you can use the free version to learn and build and deploy all the ones I showed earlier. Just for example, let me see if I have that open up still. Give me a second. Do I have it open? No, it's not open. I'm looking for one of the stuff that I had open up earlier. All right. So you see all these case studies. Let's take a look at this order processing. All this that you're going to be working on, something like this you're going to be building. Now, something like this you're going to be building is all done in N8N using the free version. You can see on the top right corner, you have 6 days left in your N8N trial. So you see, you can do quite complex stuff in N8N if you're using the free version. Okay, so I mean, it's when you now start making money, okay, or you start getting your first client, second client, then you start to use that. You can start to pay to get up with services. It's like ChatGPT. If I'm using ChatGPT to just make adjustment of my email, or I want to write a document, I want to edit, all right, I don't need to pay for ChatGPT. But the moment I start to use ChatGPT to do certain tasks that would bring in money for me, I'm paying for ChatGPT, for example. All right, so that's the whole idea, if that makes sense. So leverage the free application.
I do understand. Yeah. People who use ChatGPT for advanced purposes, they do subscribe to the payment plan. For the basic, you can use the free one, just like Gemini and any other one. Or just a bit concerned if the tools available using the free version is advanced enough to it's in terms of N8N, for example, because sometimes the free versions they have limitations. I was just wondering if the free version it has the advanced parameters and features where you can actually learn to the extremely advanced level without worrying about having the subscription version. That's just my little concern. That's why I asked that question. But if you say the free version is sufficient to get to very sufficient advanced level, why not? We can, that will make some sense at the learning stage.
Yeah. So with the free trial, like I said, you don't need that much. You are going to be learning complex. You're going to be building multi-agent systems. Everything that you're going to be doing is going to be on the free version itself. So you don't need to spend money yet, okay, to learning or using the application itself. They're going to learn intermediate, advanced, multi-agent systems, RAG pipelines, augmented, everything that you're going to be learning, everything that you need to learn. So from data analytics to HR to project management to business analysis, you don't need to pay for any of the AI tools you're going to be working with.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. No worries. Thank you very much, Ife.
Yeah, no problem at all. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Very good question, by the way. Thanks. All right. So I think that is, do I have Henry Asubara? Chima Favor. Okay.
Yes. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, Chima. I have 4 more questions and that's it. Okay. Yes, I'm doing good. You have a question for me?
Yeah, well done. It's been a great session. So
Thank you, sir.
I'm interested in the first two programs. That's the AI Automation Engineer and Generative AI for Data Analyst. So I wanted to ask, could by chance the first encompass the second, or they are separate courses that I would have to take in sequence?
They're not the same thing. AI Automation Engineering and AI for Data Analyst are two separate programs, two very separate programs. So one is focused on automation, general automation in the sense that from customer service to receptionists to virtual assistants to doing stuff, anything that you do on a day-to-day can be automated using AI. That's where the AI automation engineer comes in. Now, in the same vein, we have generative AI for data analysts. Now, this is focused on majorly data analysts, data analysis, so visualization, data cleaning, dashboarding, reporting, automation around anything that has to do with data analytics. That's where it comes in. Now, the AI automation engineer is not a data analyst, so they would not understand what to do when it comes to data analysis. So that's where you have the AI for data analyst course. We also have AI for HR analyst that is focused on just HR. So a data analyst doesn't know the key functions of an HR professional. So performance evaluation, training and development, all those things. That's why you have the one for HR. That's why you have the one for business analysis. Then you have the one for project management. So these courses are not interrelated. That if you take one, you don't need to take the other one. Okay, so they are standalone courses, focused, niche down on certain key areas. Does that answer your question, Chima?
Yeah, and would there be certifications? And,
oh yeah, 100%.
All right.
Go ahead. Sorry.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
So our certificate is the course is accredited by the American Council of Training and Development. So you're going to be getting a certificate that carries the seal and shows the accreditation that you learn from Analytics, and these courses have been accredited by the American Institute of American Council of Training and Development, ACTD. Okay, so yeah, you get a certificate upon completing the training program. Okay,
it's all right. That works. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much for that question. Let me see. Festus, can you hear me?
Yeah, all right. Good evening.
Hello, Festus. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for the time. Amazing section. So I want to ask. You said on the form, you said our cohort December or January. So when is it starting in January?
Just the 10th of January.
Okay. So another thing is can someone pick a course and later on change before the starting date?
Yes, you can. 100%.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So actually I want to go for the AI automation engineer. So currently I'm QA engineer. So
okay.
I wish also to exploit that AI automation engineer also to diversify. So it's a good thing. So I'm on. We will meet by December. By God's grace. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Awesome, Festus. Thank you so much for that. So I mean, everything that you need, everything that we'll be talking about would help you get started. And if you start and if you make your payment and you're looking at making changes, you can always make changes. Yeah, so looking at your experience and where you are at this point in time, I'll tell you that, yeah, that's the best choice for you at the moment. So like I said, the discount is not available for till eternity or till next week. It's only when we get the first 20 people. And we had 100. And so currently, I think about, whoa, surprising, 12 people have made payments. So we're only looking at 8 people remaining. So once we have that, if you make payments after that, somebody in the team will reach out to you that you are not part of the first 20 people. All right. So I would say you should do that as soon as possible. We're currently sitting at 12. So
I've done already. So I've sent my form.
Oh, you've submitted your form already. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't check for names, so I can't really see. I would probably take time to look at everybody's names in here. But thanks a lot, Festus. Ensure that you fill the form Okay, like you said. Thank you so much, Festus. Chioma Mirabel. Chioma Mirabel.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening,
Chioma.
everyone. And
Yeah.
yes, I don't know if you can hear me, sir.
I can hear you loud and clear. How are you? How are you doing today?
I'm well. And you?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing very good. Very good. I'm trying my best. You have a question? Okay.
Excellent.
Let me hear from you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, first of all, thank you for this session. I think this is my second time joining the webinar, and it has been great. This has actually been remarkable. So my question is, I've been in sales for years now. So this year I moved into I started learning cloud DevOps. I think I ended my 6-month training in October. So I'm
Okay.
currently seeking internship opportunities. So last year I also had a training on business analysis. So for which aspects of AI do you advise I go into? So
So
that's
you've done
actually my
DevOps.
first question.
Sorry.
Yes, I have.
You've done DevOps and business analysis.
Yes.
Okay. Which aspect of AI should I go into? Okay, you have two questions. That's the reason I'm waiting for the second question.
Yeah, I think the second is around payments. I've actually made payments, but I thought I was going to get a confirmation email or some form of notification. But someone called me to ask me to still pay, and I was shocked, thinking we feed in our data, so I thought they will have my number at the back end. So I was shocked she called, and I've tried reaching out to at least confirm that they got the payments and.
Give me a second.
So that's
give me a second. That might have been a mistake. So we brought in some new people to work with us. So that might be the reason why there must have been a mistake with a particular aspect with that particular person. So let me just confirm. Chioma Mirabel. Oh yes, you paid last week, or is it last week? Yes, I can see that you paid last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that might have been a mistake from the team itself. So like I said, we brought in some new people, and it's the reason why. But you should be getting an email. You should be getting an email before the end of this week, next week. So we don't send out email because we're still accepting people to join in. So, but you should get an email before the end of the week or next week maximum. But your details are here. I can see that. I can see everything. You selected the. Just give me a second. I'm select the course. Okay, you selected the course already. So you selected AI for business analysis.
Yes, because I needed to, yes, but
Yeah.
before this session, I have actually made payments. Yes, I
Yes.
needed to. Of course, it's one of the compulsory. Sorry,
Fields.
one of the
Yeah, I
things
know.
you pick before you. Yeah.
Yeah, to complete. Yeah. So now, so DevOps and business analysis. DevOps is definitely very different from business analysis. So it depends on your experience. I usually would tell people play to the area of your strength. Don't play to the area of what people say you should do. What kind of career are you looking at getting into? That's the question you need to ask yourself. So, if you're looking at getting into a career that would guarantee you success, I would say you should get started as soon as possible. You should get into that space. So take for example, if you're looking at going into business analysis, do you like talking to people? Because if you don't like talking to people, or you just want a career path where you're just by yourself, DevOps will be the career path you go into. But if you like the interaction you have with people, you like documentation, you like all these things, then yeah, business analysis is a career path for you. All right. But if you don't like those things, then DevOps should be the stuff you should be looking at. All right. But now looking at where you are, so what do you do? What's your current job itself? What do you do at the moment?
Yeah, so currently still sales executive, though I got a company called me today for internship for DevOps, so I should be resuming with them by the end of the month. So, but currently where I work is sales executive for them.
Okay. All right, so that's fair enough. Okay, that's good. For sales, I would say you should go for the AI automation engineer. The reason why that is it's so diverse in the sense that it's either of those two things. You've done training business analysis, that works for you. Okay, you like it, that's why you selected it. So it's either of BA or engineering, either of those two. I could say you should start with a BA. Look at how the BA feels like for you. Okay, do like a week in the BA, and if you want to continue with it, fantastic, that's good. And if not, you can move to something else. I don't know if that sounds okay for you, Chima.
Yeah, but okay, yeah. So, but however, for cloud, for instance, if it's actually where I finally settle, which of them would you suggest?
If you eventually settle with cloud, which is DevOps, yeah?
Yes.
Like, which one should you settle with? I mean, AI for business analysis anytime, any day would help you, in the sense that majority of the tasks that you're going to do, even as a DevOps specialist, you're still going to be you're still going to be getting clients, you're still going to be getting requirements, okay, from different people. So if you're going to be building a scalable system, you can't build a scalable system in isolation of a team. So that's where your skill of a business analyst, scheduling your task, putting things done, getting things done in an agile environment, elicitation techniques, software development lifecycle, all these things will help you even in DevOps. Okay, so I think business, if that's the goal for you at the end of the day, then I'll take generative AI for business analysis will be okay for you. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, because as a DevOps specialist, you're building scalable systems, you're building scalable architecture in the cloud. Now, in order for you to do all those things, you need to understand what you're doing. You need to talk to your team members to understand, document, itemize. These skills will come in handy for you, as a business analyst going into DevOps. So I think that's something that would be of good importance to you. Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll take the stick with business
you.
analysis. That should be good enough for you. All right. Now let's focus on. Thank you so much for that, Chima. Apologies for somebody reaching out to you again. Not sure why that is, but I would look into that. Okay. Thanks. Sonny Isaiah Gary. Sonny, are you there?
I'm there.
Awesome. How are you doing
Good
today?
evening. Good evening, everyone, and good evening, Mr. Freeman.
Yes.
Thank you very much for the insights, and I really appreciate the kind of knowledge I acquired during this session. And the question I want to ask here is that for legal practitioners, so yes, there are bar and bench, and I'm most particular with that of those practicing on the bench.
Well, I lost Sonny already. Okay. So I would say
what do you suggest for those people that are programs? Which of the career paths would you advise them to pick so that it will help them enhance their work and the work they do for adjudication, ruling, judgment, writing judgment, and what have you? This is one of my questions.
Yeah.
The second
I lost
question,
you for a few seconds. Yeah, okay.
Yes, the second question is there any requirement as to are we going to have the training on mobile phone, on laptop, and if on mobile phone, what are the requirements that one should get before engaging himself into and of course, if it is going to be carried out in laptop, is there any requirement for someone to get on his laptop to participate in the program? There are some of the questions. Thank you very much.
All right. Very good questions. Thank you so much, Sunny. So you need a laptop. You won't be able to do any of the things that we're going to do on the phone. you need a laptop. So a basic system is all you need. You don't need any fancy system or anything like that. So in terms of I missed you for a few minutes, but I think I got the idea towards the end of your question. So you're looking at what career path would suit law, the guys within the law space itself. So lawyers, adjudicators, and all that you mentioned. So I'll say it's the AI automation engineering course. And the reason why that is, I mean, majority of the things, like I said, the whole essence of the AI automation engineering course is to help you build automation. So everything that you do on a day-to-day can be automated. Every single thing, like not every single thing, but I would say about 90% of the things that we do on a day-to-day can be automated. So take, for example, a lawyer has a client that they need to review past documents, they need to review a case, they need to review several cases in order for them to find what they call that thing again, to find premise, okay, for doing their stuff itself. I'm not sure, I'm not a lawyer, so, but I know they need to review several cases in order for them to find a premise or to find something substantial that you can say that, okay, based on this particular thing that happened in the previous case, this is something. So before, what would you have to do? You would have to read these things manually by yourself. All right. Now, can you create an agent that would review several documents, okay, and tell you which one, and tell you how it aligns to the case at hand, okay, or give you premise or give you citations and all that of things that have happened in the past and so on and so forth. All right. Can you build AI agents, okay, that can go into certain case documents and help you summarize? Okay, so you have a meeting with a client tomorrow, okay, but in the last 2 days you've been busy, so you have a client the next day. You would have to spend time again reading that particular brief in order for you to prepare for the next meeting. Is there a way you can create an agent that will read that brief for you and create summaries, okay, key talking points, key questions to ask the client? So basically you creating like an agent, an employee that would act as a lawyer, okay, and provide you with questions, potential questions to ask, preparing you for that meeting tomorrow. So something that would have taken you 2, 3, 4 hours to prepare, it's not taking you a few glance, a few bullet points, and so on and so forth. That's where the AI automation engineering course. So yeah, I think I want you guys to think as wide as possible when I talk about AI automation. All right, and look at what you do on a day-to-day. You need to call people. You need to respond to messages. You need to sit down, read documents. You can create agents that will do all these things for you. That's what the automation course is all about. So building AI employees, essentially, that can do all the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. So that's what I would say. So you don't need you need your phone, no doubt about that. But for this course, you don't need a phone. You need a laptop to do the stuff that you need to do. All right. So I hope that makes sense. Okay. All right. Awesome. Looking forward to having you on board, Sonny. Appreciate that questions and everything you've asked. So just on the final note, so we're nearing close to 20 people already. So if you want to take advantage of the discount, the Black Friday discount, our 5-year anniversary discount, I think you should take advantage of it as soon as possible. Looking forward to having everybody on board and ensure that you make your first payment. So you don't need to pay the 100,000 or 50,000 naira today. You could just pay the first 50% today. So for the guys that are interested in AI automation engineering, you just pay 50,000 naira for you to get started. If you're interested in generative AI for data analytics, AHR, business analysis, or project management, all you need to pay today is 45,000 naira to get started on the 5th of June. On the 6th of December, okay? And if you want January, it's the 10th of January. So secure your discount as soon as possible. Let's say we can work together. Remember, this is the cheapest you would ever see this. This is the cheapest you would ever see this course, and you see a lot of people coming back next month, towards the end of the month. Oh, can I get it for this price? It's supposed to be 250,000 naira, 200,000 naira, I mean. All right. And now we're selling for 50,000, 100,000. So Pierre, I can tell you for free, this is the cheapest you would ever get it. So if you're looking at getting started, secure discount as soon as possible. Make your payment to the account number below, Analytics Data Strategy Limited, Kuda Bank 300-266-8546. That's the account number. You make your payment, you take a screenshot. Please ensure you fill the form. Please ensure you fill the form. So you see my colleague Janet is posting it in the chat. Click here to upload your receipt after payment. So click that link. It takes you to a Google form. Please ensure you fill the form. So that's what I'd say for today. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys for staying to the very end of today's session. Looking forward to having you on board. And thank you so much again for joining, and looking forward. Bye for now. Bye, everybody. Take care. Have a wonderful night. And cheers.